Welcome, level uppers. Every time I
can't stop thinking now, right?
The rub hand rub. Mike is in the chat room, guys. It's Level Up Show Mike, and Kristen is replaced by Anthony tonight, brother Anthony. Once again, welcome, level uppers, to another level. Oh my god, I already messed up.
You can do
Got
it.
flub already, man.
Nah, you're great.
Another episode of Level Up Show. This is episode 88. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like us at any point, you can easily follow the show by hitting that heart button live from PlayStation, lower left-hand corner of the screen. Or if you're watching at twitch.tv, you can easily hit that follow button as well.
Hit that fart button.
That fart button. We should have a fart button.
We should definitely have a fart
That
button.
would be awesome.
How do we get by this long without having a
How do
fart
we not
button?
have a fart button?
That's
That would
what I
be
would know.
amazing. I'm one of your co-hosts, Andrew Midori. I'm alongside the Beast from the East.
I am Groot.
Dean Marchese. And we have a special guest tonight. Mike could not be here, but he's in the chat room. But Brother Anthony, my brother, literally, Brother Anthony, is here.
I didn't get that, honestly. When I used to watch, like, well before I came, and you guys were always like, Brother Anthony, I thought it was, like, just a funny, like, nickname.
Like a monk or something.
And then, when I did join the show, and we, like, hung out a bunch, I still didn't realize that you guys are brothers. And so, like,
You didn't
remember I said something one day. I was finally like, oh, wait, are you guys brothers? And then somebody was like, are you serious? And I was like, I'm dead serious.
You didn't recognize, huh? You didn't see the similarities, the
You know what?
resemblance?
After it was said, I was like, wow, how did I miss that? This
Yeah.
entire time? Even the way you guys pronounce certain things, it's like you can totally
Yeah, we
tell.
talk very similar.
And I was like,
yeah.
damn, that one really snuck by me.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know how either. It
It
happened.
was
though.
Anthony's birthday this weekend. Thursday was his actual birthday, right? And then we
Yeah.
celebrated
Oh,
this
happy
weekend.
birthday, man. Belated.
Thanks, man.
29.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
You have a good time?
Yeah, I had a really good time.
We went to PJ's, and it was kind of a chill night, I think. But I think it was fun.
I drunkenly walked over to this table with this cute girl who was
That's so funny because somebody was sharing pictures, and somebody like took like a stalker picture from like 20 feet away of you talking to this girl,
Yeah.
and I was like, that is creepy.
Yeah.
But she looked cute from behind.
Yeah, she
All I
was.
saw was her red hair, but
Yeah, she was pretty cute.
that's good for you, man. I hope you had a good time. After I left, at least, because it started off as a family thing that went to a friend thing. So I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dean?
Dude, I'm doing real good. Had a great day.
What today? was your
Today.
day? Why?
Yeah, just had a great day. Woke up, went and picked up my Disney Infinity 3.0, and then I was in the store, and the guy was like, you want this? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you want these figures too? And I was like, yup. He's like, how about these discs? I was like, yeah, man.
How much money did you actually spend?
I don't know, a lot.
So what were the figures you got?
I got, well, the starter kit comes with the game, the disc, the base, and
Okay.
then you get Anakin and Ahsoka, I think her name is.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Ahsoka.
And then I bought Yoda and Obi-Wan, and then like the pack of these, like
So you were like wanting
expansions,
a
like, stuff.
Star Wars.
Oh, dude! And then, well,
This-
then I put the game in, and I was like, I heard it was like much better than the other one. I was like, dude, the fan service in this Disney Infinity game is like, holy shit! Like you're just like walking through like the desert at some point, trying to go to your next mission, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you start to hear like. Da, 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 and I was like, oh my god,
The
it's
Force
so
theme,
good.
basically, is what that is.
And like the combat's amazing. Everything is just so good. They got a bunch of like the voice actors from the animated series and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it's just so good.
If you don't, Anthony, if you don't know, Disney Infinity is like the whole figurines.
Yeah, that's the one where you click them in.
Yeah,
and
you-
stuff,
exactly.
right?
So now
Yeah.
they've done this huge update where they added Star Wars.
Dude, there's like unbelievable amounts of those little figures. It's crazy.
do really
yeah,
well.
I have a lot of the Marvel ones.
Whoever came up with that is a money
Well,
making.
technically, they
Yes.
kind of copied it. The ones that
Uh-huh.
came up with it was Activision with Skylanders,
Yeah,
so Spyro, actually.
totally.
And then Disney decided to copy that, and then Nintendo decided to copy it as well, and they have now Amiibos. These are Amiibos.
Yeah.
And it's the same idea. You know, you put those
Yeah,
on the platform and have those. So it's a moneymaker. It prints money.
yeah, but it's like you get what you pay for too. Like I feel like especially with this one, there's so much in there, and then they have all like creators mode. I haven't really played too much of that. I just did the one. It's called Twilight of the Republic. It's like the story mode. You get
Okay.
each piece has its own story, and like It was just so good, dude. I was just like enthralled in like the detail and the figures are like. It's like these Disney artists made like Pixar versions of all these different Marvel and Star Wars characters. I love it.
Yeah,
I was obsessed.
That's cool. It reviewed really well.
Yeah,
Like
and then I had a
8
good,
to 9
I had a good little stream too, thanks to you finally correcting, dude. I was like looking at it, I was staring at the frames, I was like, don't you drop?
Yep.
Don't you drop?
Yeah, if you want to do 720p 30 frames per second, I'd say around 3,000.
Yeah, that's it. I did
megabytes per second.
35, like you said.
Yeah.
And it was
That's the
good.
maximum you can do. And you
Okay.
have the capability to do that. You said you have 11, 12 upload speed. So
Mhm.
you're totally able to do that. And you could do higher if you eventually become a partner.
Mhm.
Only partners are allowed to go above 3,500.
Right.
And we'll talk about that later because YouTube just came around with their gaming thing and they're doing it differently. So
Okay.
we'll talk about that later on. And I'm going to talk about what I played this week after
Yeah.
we do our first segment of the show. It's called The Level Up Show Has No Game. It's our only official non-gaming portion of the show. It's 3 non-gaming topics, 2 minutes each. Have you ever been here for this?
I don't know.
Okay, so we basically go through 3 topics, but once the buzzer sounds,
Oh
It's
yeah,
over.
yeah. This is miserable.
you stop.
I hate this
It's
whole
to
thing.
not tempt the Twitch gods. We're supposed to be focused on gaming, so that's why we.
Do they still care?
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think so either.
I don't know if the Amazon merger changed
Yeah,
things,
I don't
but
know.
we were talking about Kind of Funny earlier.
Yeah.
Every time I watch Kind of Funny, it is probably less gaming
Yo,
than
it's
anything
really
else.
it's Colin and Greg Live is not games like almost at all.
No, like I would say it's probably 30%.
And then I did
games.
music. They do music. That was no problem.
Yeah.
No
Well,
problem.
music's an actual part of Twitch.
Was that always a thing?
No, that's relatively new.
Okay.
They've got music. They also have creative. Like, for instance, when I do
Oh, I
T-shirt
did see that.
creation
Yeah.
Wednesdays, that'll be on creative. Like, you can
Mhm.
go and do Photoshop stuff. It doesn't even have to be
Tutorials and
any
stuff.
gaming-focused stuff whatsoever. If you just, like, want to do some Photoshop and some drawing and painting, you can do that on Twitch under creative.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's more non-gaming than I think people realized. But
Yeah.
still, this is our non-gaming portion of the show, so let's get into it, guys.
My favorite part of the show.
Your favorite part of the show, right?
And
First
it's like,
topic.
over and-
Let's watch this teaser first.
Uh-huh.
There's been an awakening.
Sure has.
Where's that awakening thing?
Yeah. Oh my
Shit!
Yeah.
Yes.
It does look good. It does. So let's start with that, I guess. Finn is a Jedi, right? It looks like.
They're saying, you know what? I wasn't sure, but people are saying he is a Jedi.
Interesting. I wonder
Yeah.
if he's just
He
gonna
looks intimidated.
pick
to-
up a
He does,
lightsaber
yeah.
and
Yeah.
just kind of go with it, or if it's gonna be like given to him. by
Maybe it
Luke.
calls to him, and then he learns he's a Jedi. I don't know, but they said he's a Jedi. Not only is he a Jedi, but people are saying like he's gonna be like the Jedi in this film.
I mean, as far as I can tell, he's
Like
holding
Luke.
Anakin/Luke's lightsaber. though.
right?
Yeah.
Which is
So-
crazy.
What it
I was
certainly
led
looks
to
like.
believe that
Yeah.
this girl that we keep saying was gonna be like the Jedi.
Yeah, the really cute
Which
one.
I was down for. I was like,
I
yeah,
think she
dude,
will
a
be,
female Jedi.
But I'm not sure when it's going to happen. I do think that she will, because my assumption is that she's going to be a Han and Leia's daughter.
That's what I
yeah,
think too.
And
that's
I
what
think
a lot
that
of people believe.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is going to be her brother. I think it's probably going to be Han and Leia's son.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he is as bad as people expect him to be. Let's talk about that real quick, because J.J. Abrams shared a little bit of story details on The Force Awakens. He said, quote, Kylo Ren is not a Sith. He works under Supreme Leader Snoke, who was a powerful figure on the dark side of the Force. That all came out of conversations about what would have happened if the Nazis all went to Argentina, but then started working together again. What could be born of that? Could the First Order exist as a group that actually admired the Empire? Could the work of the Empire be seen as unfulfilled? And could Vader be a martyr? Could there be a need to see through that wasn't done
Mhm.
at the end of, obviously, the original trilogy? So are you surprised that Kylo Ren is not a Sith?
I am personally, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly looks dark as
Yeah.
anything. Like
He looks like
typical
he almost
black
admires
garb.
Vader. Like he's wearing the mask as like
Yeah.
a symbol of he wants to be Vader.
Yeah, typical. Because
Well, shut your mouth.
Damn, I could talk about Star Wars all night.
Sorry. That's it.
that just really happened.
Man of Steel 2 might be on hold, supposedly. I'm okay with this.
That old Henry can't get a goddamn break.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Dean talks about this a lot, how he feels like Batman vs. Superman is going to be more of a Batman film than a Superman
Oh,
film. And
definitely.
he feels like Henry Cavill is getting the shaft.
Even if it's not, even if it's written in to be more of a Superman film, it's gonna be more of a Batman film just because he's there. He's
No-
gonna be the focus. Everyone's gonna be looking for Batman. In that
No
movie.
offense, but I mean, Henry Cavill, he's a handsome guy, but I don't think he's that great an actor.
I think
Especially
I
rocking the
haven't
English,
seen him in other films.
the
honestly.
American accent. Like,
Did anybody
since-
see The Man from U.N.C.L.E. here?
No,
No.
No.
I haven't seen him in anything else. Honestly, I'll tell you this though. From what I've read and seen and learned about Superman in all my days, I thought he nailed it as Superman.
Yeah,
personally.
I think he definitely the best interpretation of the character. That
Especially
yeah,
a
for live action.
Nolanized, like a Nolanized version
Yeah.
of Clark Kent and Superman. I feel like
Yeah.
he fit in that role. But now that this is potentially on hold, do you think it's possibly this whole rumor of Justice League being developed, and maybe it could be by George Miller, who did Mad Max Fury Road? That's kind of been the rumor, right? That George Miller was going to direct the next Superman film. Maybe it's not going to be a Superman film per se. Maybe it's going to be a Justice League film.
Wow.
Mm.
Huh.
Because that was the original rumor like
Interesting.
years ago, that George Miller was supposed to do Justice League.
Yeah. Well, there was a Justice League movie that got scrapped.
It got scrapped.
Justice League Mortal, I believe.
That was supposed to be George Miller. And now that George Miller is this iconic name once again, he just did Mad Max Fury Road to amazing commercial and critical success. Maybe that
I don't know
means
anything that he's done outside of the Mad Max series.
I don't either.
So,
I think
I mean-
that's his thing.
That is his thing, but that's what I mean. Like, how can you hand something to somebody whose only true success stems from one
I mean,
area of film? You know what I mean?
it
Like
doesn't. I feel like that
These-
doesn't matter. I mean,
these like chaotic, far like chase flicks.
yeah. I mean, he has a good track record though.
Mhm.
For all those films, he has a great track record. Last topic. Jennifer Lawrence is supposedly co-writing a comedy movie with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, I did hear about.
You hear
something
about
else
this?
or something.
Interesting.
Trainwreck was the most recent Amy Schumer one, and it actually got really good
Was it a
reviews.
train
I heard it was good. Yeah.
No, it actually got really good reviews.
Yeah, I heard
it
it
was
was
directed
good.
by Judd Apatow. She wrote it, and all the reviews kind of said this was her coming out as a star movie.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'll watch it when it's on. I'm not gonna go out of my way to see it though.
Do
Yeah,
you
I'm in
guys
the same
watch
boat.
Amy Schumer at all?
She's okay.
Yeah, I've seen her show, her variety show on Comedy Central.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's funny. She's
Okay.
funny. She's good. She crosses some lines. I think sometimes she wants to like push the boundaries, but she gets kind of like insensitive. Like especially when it's like things are still a little too fresh. Like she really goes for it, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I agree completely. I remember one of the roasts. She got on.
Yes, exactly.
What
I'm
was his
thinking of.
name?
Steve-O.
Steve-O, about what's his name dying, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, way too soon, girl.
It was literally like the next week,
Yeah,
and she was like, "Yep, that's why he died because he was drunk." I was like, "Damn, like
Yeah.
you cannot do that."
no, not good. And you could tell Steve-O's face when that happened was like,
He just
you
shook his
crossed the
head.
line.
He just stared at her and shook his head. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Do you remember that,
"Fuck."
Anthony?
Partially.
Yeah.
It was
But
bad.
yeah, yeah. I don't think that stuff is ever cool.
No, I
honestly,
agree.
For the most part, like,
But I feel like she's trying to make a name for herself because female comedians, we all know, have a tough ass time breaking
Yeah,
through.
and she's funny.
Yeah, she is. But the thing is, I feel like men don't want to admit when women are funny.
Why is Mike saying it's a surprise that I don't like Amy Schumer?
I don't know.
I'm
That
not sure.
sounds like something you should ask Mike.
Yeah,
Mike, let us
yeah,
know.
Mike, let me know.
But Jennifer Lawrence, I think we all probably like, right?
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I also
Yeah.
think she's really funny.
She's
Yeah, she's
hilarious
funny, yeah.
doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
did
funny.
You see
She's a
what
funny girl.
she's in love with. I can't remember which actor it is, but she was like behind him, like doing one of those like red carpet behind the
Oh,
scenes
yeah.
things, and she was like,
Photobombing and stuff. She does that stuff all the
she's
time.
hilarious.
But yeah, I feel like her comedic chops haven't been fully utilized yet. She was in Silver Linings Playbook, and you saw a little bit of that there, but it was more
Yeah,
of a
she did make me
dramedy.
laugh in that.
Yeah, but I would like to see her go all out.
Yeah, I agree.
If Mike said anything, I missed it.
He didn't yet.
Dean will let you know. He's in the chat. So there you go, guys. That was the Level Up Show Has No Game, our official non-gaming portion of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think of those three topics. We got another couple of follows from Zombie Slayer. We also had A Boots,
Slay them zombies.
Real Flames, and Fish Scales. Thank you for the 4 follows so far. Keep those follows coming. Just hit that heart button live from PlayStation in the lower left-hand corner. Your name will pop up on the TV, and we will shout you out. If we get to our follow goal tonight of 7125, we'll give out 300 XP to the chat room and then raise that follow goal. So now I can get into what I played this week.
Yeah, what you been playing, man?
I played Until Dawn all week.
Yeah, you did. I watched
beat
some of
it.
your stream.
It's done. I finished it, although I'm going to play it again.
You did. You
Because
finished
I've got
it?
an idea for what I want to do with this
Okay.
game. I think it'll be really cool. As you guys all know, Until Dawn is this B-movie like horror game that it's not taking itself too seriously.
Okay.
But at the same time, it actually has a pretty good story. I was
Yeah.
very surprised that the story was decent. It wasn't bad whatsoever, and it did some cool twists and turns. I don't want to go too much into that. But you play as 8 characters. There's 2 girls at the beginning. This isn't too much of a spoiler. It's how the game starts. There's 2 girls at the beginning. They're called Hannah and Beth, and they're in the cabin the year before the game really starts, and a prank is played on them, where while Beth is about to have sex with this guy Mike, they're all videotaping her and embarrass the shit out of her. So she runs out into the snow, and her twin sister Hannah chases after her. They fall down a cliff and you think die. They go missing. So now a year later, the twin sisters have a brother named Josh. He wants everybody to come back up to the cabin to bring closure to this tragedy that happened the year before and have a good time. And of course that doesn't happen. And it's this typical slasher film where you got like the Michael Myers-esque character, the guy with the clown mask, but then you also have some supernatural elements going on the side, and you're kind of wondering if the two are working together or if it's two separate things that you need to worry about. But it's all Heavy Rain style where you're making these tough ass choices and it's making butterfly effects throughout the game. And it is insane how many little things can change and how many diverging paths they are and how they all come back together at the end in a really, really cool way. Like, I was blown away.
So there's a lot of replayability. If you replay it, like it'll be different for you.
Every character can live or every character can die.
That's pretty cool.
So that is that's called Factorial 8 or whatever, where you do 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 all the way up to 8.
Right.
That's how many different scenarios could happen. But that's not the only things that can change. Once again, not too big of a spoiler. At one point, there's a dog, this wolf, that you find in the game, and it can guide you if you treat it the right way. And there's a possibility that dog can die or that dog can live. Fortunately for me, the dog lived. But then there's also some side characters that can die and can also live. So it's just there's so many things about this game that make it awesome, and it has amazing graphics.
Yeah, it did look really good from what I saw.
I could not believe how good this game looked because 3 months ago, when they were doing Let's Plays on Kind of Funny stuff, it did not look good. I mean, it looked good, but the frame rate was dipping down to like 10, 15 often.
Yeah.
Like really low.
Seems to be like the new thing.
But this game, it is either 60 frames per second the entire time, and it might drop 25% of the time below that, but it almost always stays above 30. So it's got that variable frame rate, which I don't too often like, but in this game, it works fine because it's not like a fast-paced game where you need to have those reflexes and tapping buttons real quickly for the most part. You'll have those quick-time events when you're jumping over logs and running away from the enemy, but it works just fine.
So it's like Scream or Halloween? Like
I would say it's kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer is the vibe that I think it goes for.
Have you seen, that's what they're like doing. They're making a big thing out of it now. Like you have Scream, the television show.
Oh,
on
Wes
MTV.
Craven died.
He did.
He just died. Yeah. Eddie just texted me like 30 minutes ago. Wes Craven died. Yes, the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream just died today, 76 years old. That's unbelievable, yeah.
And
that's a sad.
And then there's a new one, the Scream Queens or whatever. You've seen television?
Inspired by Scream, yeah. That's Jamie Lee Curtis, the Scream Queen, I guess you would call her.
Is she in it?
Yeah, she's in it.
She's in it.
Emma Roberts is in it. Who was in Scream 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, this totally takes vibes from all that. I really recommend playing it. And what I'm going to do, if you guys don't want to play it, I want to do a stream called You Play Until Dawn, where I'm going to keep Depot open, and every single choice, it's only 2 options.
Yeah.
You got option 1 or 2, going left or right, typically, either when it comes to paths or when it comes to decisions. So I'm just going to keep it the same. It's going to be the title of the poll, make your choice, and it's going to be option 1, option 2. It's going to stay the same the entire time, and I'll just reset it on each and every.
That's a good idea.
And you guys are going to vote for every action in the game.
I like it a lot.
You guys are going to play it, and I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So I'm going to do that.
What's it available for?
It's only for PS4.
PS4, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let me tell you my experience with Until Dawn.
Okay, go ahead.
I was watching your stream. I was brushing my teeth. I was minding my fucking business. And then that ghost girl popped up in the screen. I bit my tongue and I fought my laptop. I was like, God damn it, dude.
I know.
Right, I was like this close, like trying to see what was going on too. I was literally my face in the screen.
Best thing about it is the game is actually scary.
I was so mad.
Because I was playing it at like
Good
1 a.m.
stream,
in the
though.
morning. Kristen went upstairs, Bogey went upstairs and left me. And I just, as the night went on and I kept going further, I was just like, I should not be playing this game right now. Like, down here by myself with the windows, it's dark, like, it was not what I should have been doing.
Yeah.
But really, really good game, and one of my Game of the Year candidates at this point.
Did you guys lose Moobot?
Oh, we have Nightbot now.
Who was Nightbot?
It's actually Level Up Bots.
Level Up Bot.
I played Deadpool. I tried to stream Deadpool.
Yeah.
Didn't go well. PS3 always has problems.
Well, could that have been the...
I don't know, because it was
Stream
before...
Deadpool?
There's a game
Yeah,
called
there's a
Deadpool.
game.
Uh-huh.
There's a Deadpool game that came out for PS3 and Xbox 360, but it might have been that. I don't know, but I always have problems when I do my PS3 before that anyway.
Yeah.
But I kept on playing that. I took a break from Kingdom Hearts, and I beat that. That only took like 2 days. Short game.
Oh, Deadpool.
Yeah, really short game. I beat it. It was hilarious. Beat that, and then, yeah, Disney Infinity was like, I was just waiting. Oh, I played through episode 4 of Tales from the Borderlands.
How was that?
Was it 4?
You
Yeah, it was
played a lot
4.
this week.
I did. I got a lot of little stuff done. Yeah, episode 4 was good. Everybody hated it. Everybody was like really talking like it was the worst one yet. I loved it. There's a really big like character moment that they could have easily like copped out and made like a big stupid like funny Borderlands moment like they do.
Sure.
But they kept it sincere. And it was really good. And
Look
then
at
I
that.
played episode 5 of Game of Thrones too.
Oh, wow.
And that one was awesome. Yeah. And then Disney Infinity, which I love.
Real quick, Blood Splatter just subscribed.
Whoop whoop.
I wonder if that's because we're going to be doing our subscriber-only chat at the end of the show.
Maybe. Thank you so much, though.
Let's
Blood
talk about that
Splatter.
real quick. First of all, thank you so much, Blood Splatter, for your
Yeah.
subscription. That's a huge deal, guys. If you don't know, subs are giving us $5 every month to support our show and help it grow bigger, stronger, and more successful for you guys, not just for us. So thank you so much. And we're doing something new for our subs. At the end of all of our live shows, the last 20 minutes are going to be subscriber-only chat. So the only people that can talk in the chat are subscribers. Anybody can watch. You do not need to leave the stream. Everybody can stay in the stream. It's just that those subs will have a little bit of time, exclusive one-on-one time with us, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
to give us their questions and feedback and all that kind of stuff during our topic of the week. So that's really cool. Keep those subs coming, guys, if you want to have access to that privilege. We're also getting some follows. We don't want to neglect those. Zombie Legend. We also had Predator, Spiffy Classics, T-Mater Show, Zombie Slayer, A-Boots, and more. Thank you so much for all those follows.
What is your favorite name in the room? Like, or the favorite
I think my favorite name I've ever seen is
follow-wise, I
is
think you've had to read off or something
Mo
like that.
Lester.
That was good. I've seen some good ones.
That is so messed
It's
up.
Mo,
Yeah, there's some bad
M-O-E
ones that
space
are so good,
Lester. I loved it. Mo
Ooh.
Lester.
Wow.
That's a good one.
That's pretty messed up.
Unicorn balls. What's that one?
That's a good one.
That was a good one. I forget the unicorn balls guy, but he
No.
was good.
Now, I saw there was somebody named Miss Something. Are Strife Girl and Miss Something like your two?
Strife Girl is huge. in
Strife
Final
Girl
Fantasy.
is really, really
Yeah.
nice. She's
I
a really
saw her-
nice girl, and she's been here like a lot.
Yeah, she
Her
brought
name is
up
Mel.
Yeah.
Mel.
Yeah, and she'll call in every so often and talk Final Fantasy 7. We'll be talking Final Fantasy 15 later, so I'm sure she might call in for that. And
Yeah.
also, real quick, we're above 100 people in the room.
Nice.
you don't know, do you, Anthony? When we get above 100 people, we do that, so don't think we're crazy. Thank you for joining us, guys. This is the Level Up Show, episode 88. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep hitting that heart button, guys, live from PlayStation, and we'll shout you out throughout the show. I think we're all wrapped up
Hey, Mel.
with what we've been playing. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will get into the level update. That is our discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news. So hold on tight. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. I'm going to go grab a drink while
Cool.
I have a chance.
I'll be here.
Another follow. That one was from Vorlon. Vorlon, thank you for the follow.
Bigfoot says Metal Gear tomorrow. How is
Metal
that?
Gear comes out
Tuesday,
at
right?
kind of tomorrow.
Midnight,
Andrew,
right?
do you mind throwing that in the fridge?
Yeah, sure. No problem. Thank you for the follow.
Vorlon J, thank you for the follow, hombre. So what's new, man?
Oh, not too much.
Not too much.
I got to start back up work on Tuesday. I'm
Yeah.
glad to have off tomorrow. That'll be nice. Sleep
Yeah.
in one last day.
You been on vacation?
I've been on summer break.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, I start back. I work. You know what I do, right? I work at a school for children with mental disabilities.
No, I did not know that. Good for you.
Thanks. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Tuesday's our first day.
Okay. I did not know that. That makes sense. When you were like summer break, I was like, damn, why do you get the whole summer off? But that makes sense.
Well, there's a 6-week program that I could have chosen to not work.
Okay.
Yeah, but I worked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I did not know you did that, actually.
What do you do, by the way?
Me, I work at Starbucks. I'm a shift supervisor at Starbucks, and I'm
Are you a
going
barista?
to. No, I was, and then I got promoted. now I'm a manager, but I'm not trying to stay there at all. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I go to college through them, so I have to stay there until I finish school because they're paying for it.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm done. Something. Now that I'm subscribed, I don't get commercials anymore, right? I don't know. I'm not sure how accurate that is.
I hate this on the side of the screen how small it is because like I miss so many things that people say.
Yeah,
Drives me nuts.
I know. Well, on the network side, it looks much better. But then in the what's it called? The PS4 side, it sucks because they have to see the bar on the screen.
Yep.
We got what is happening? Oh, you and Derek, education field. That's I always forget.
Yeah,
Derek's
I
a
was gonna say, I
teacher.
thought I saw Derek say something. Yeah.
I'm gonna run in the bathroom. I didn't want to leave, so there wasn't just one person.
Okay, yeah, sure, go
having
ahead.
to talk by themselves.
Hold on, another 60 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. Gene's gonna go to the bathroom now.
I wasn't gonna leave Anthony in the lurch. Just being like, hey.
That would have been hilarious. I think that would have been awesome, actually.
Yeah. I don't know much about video games, but if you want to talk about movies or TV,
So, guys,
Hit me.
MGS5, The Phantom Pain, best game of the year. It might be, according to the reviews, it's definitely a contender for game of the year at this point. Got a 10 from IGN, 10 from GameSpot. It's got 9.5s, 10s everywhere. The game looks amazing. I can't wait. Cannot wait. It's gonna be amazing.
now I really want to play that new Batman.
I mean, get a PS4. I'll let you borrow it. Well, you'll have to sign into my account. Is what'll have to happen.
Yeah, I actually like to play that.
Dustin, you still going after that, man? Don't you test me.
What about?
You keep saying MGS5 can suck it. He doesn't want to support MGS5 because of what they did to Hideo Kojima with this recently.
What they do?
They fired him recently.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Why?
Nobody knows. Yep, it's a weird ass thing. I don't know. I
That's
think he was becoming
insane.
too big for them. They didn't like that he was kind of becoming bigger than Konami itself. It's hard to say.
But
But-
he's like literally like the
Yeah.
the face, the father of MGS.
I know.
Wow.
They took his name off the cover art and everything. Like they're
What
taking
is-
his name off all the advertisements.
What is that? The FF.
That's a Final Fantasy 15 active time report. That was at PAX this week. That was all the new information on Final Fantasy 15, and we will be talking about that. That's the last story of the night, actually, Strife Girl. So we will get to that. Getting some more follows. Thank you for all the follows, guys. More ones from Don't Juju Me, I think is how you say it. Rico Juan, Lee Neymar, Vorlon J, Fate of Chaos, JJ Cash, Spiffy Classics, and many more. Keep those follows coming, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation, and we'll shout you out. We got 114 people in the room. We're back from commercial. Welcome back. This is a gaming dedicated talk show. We're about to get into the level update, our discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news. So let's get to it. I'll take the first story. Dean, you take red. Anthony, you'll take green.
Cool. Sounds good.
Is this on the next page?
It's on the first page. Well, you'll be on the second page. First up, you'll be happy to hear about this, Strife Girl. A new interview reveals information on the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Quote, "We're starting to see the visual direction," Katase said of the remake. "On the other hand, we're currently working out the battle system and such through trial and error. Since there's a possibility that the command battle system of the old days might not work today, we're thinking hard about what kind of direction we can take it. Normally, when you do a remake, it becomes somewhere along the lines of a familiar action RPG, so we're looking at how we can put out something like Final Fantasy VII while still surprising players." A lot of people weren't fond of that quote there, that they're going to try and change things. I think it's okay. We'll talk about that in a moment. He said, "Please don't ask about how far in development we are," and then he laughed. So clearly it's still pretty early.
Yeah.
Then he said, there are certainly some staff who put too much of a focus on the, quote, sevenness and are resistant to changing it. But that Final Fantasy VII-ness isn't something you can easily point to and say, that's it, about it. And it means different things to different people. I've got a lot of attachment to Final Fantasy VII myself. But those feelings and being trapped by the Final Fantasy of the past are two separate things. If you make up your mind, FF is like this, then you can't make Final Fantasy. I think that the love for Final Fantasy alone isn't enough to make Final Fantasy. Someone who isn't satisfied with FF can't make it. Or can make it, he said. A creator has to be someone who wants to change Final Fantasy to surpass it. Katase and myself, all the staff from back then, rewrote Final Fantasy in that way, and with the Remake 2, we're naturally going into it with the same mettle. The next time we will be able to bring you info about this game will be winter and beyond. Beyond.
God bless you.
Beyond that. But I promise that we will show you something surprising that breaks away from the concept of Final Fantasy that we've seen so far. A lot of people upset with this interview. I don't really quite understand. We talked about this before. You were in the chat when we were talking about it. Like, this has to happen. You can't have the exact same game, or it's going to fail. That's like Psycho. When they remade Psycho, they made it a shot-for-shot remake, and it was terrible.
Well, not only, but the problem was it was lifeless. Like there was some, even though
The
it was
reason
shot
it's
for shot the
lifeless-
same, is there was still something about it that just did not feel
You're right.
the same.
But I think the reason it was lifeless is because they had no creative vision. They had nothing to do except look at the original and copy it exactly. The people working on that must have had the most boring job in the world. Like, who wants to look at something that's already been done and be like, make it shot for shot exactly the same? Like, that sucks. And I have a feeling these guys don't want to do that. They want to look at Final Fantasy VII and say, how can we make this better? You know, even better than it was back then. And it's a tough thing to do, I know, because Final Fantasy VII is.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't really care about the battle system like being changed that much.
Yeah.
It's all about like the story remaining the same and stuff like that.
See,
no drastic major changes.
They already kind of said that the story isn't going to change much. They're not adding characters. They're not really taking away characters. They said for the most part it's going to be the same story. The concern people have is about going away from turn-based battle, and I'm going to tell you right now, you better suck it up now, because it's not going to be turn-based.
That would get me to play, and I've never played a Final Fantasy ever.
So I'm not saying it's going to be straight action-based either. I'm not going to say it's going to be Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy 15. I just think they're going to try and make it a little bit more fast-paced, a little more action-oriented.
Strike Girl's right, though. Like, the idea is that, like, that would be a remaster. Like, if you were to take, like, that's like a remastering if you take something and you just update it, like, graphically. Like, a remake is a different, I mean...
And the thing is, this isn't really even a remake. They've said in interviews, they're calling it a remake on the trailer and whatnot because they want people to understand. They've wanted this for so long. Yes, this is what you want. But they say in interviews, this is actually a reimagining of Final Fantasy VII. So they are taking some liberties with it. And that, that might mean they remove the cross-dressing. I don't know. Like,
they can't remove that.
I know,
that shit was hilarious.
If they wanted to be teen-rated, that's the thing. Do they get rid of Barrett cursing? Do they get rid of Sid cursing? Do they get rid of the cross-dressing?
No,
I don't know.
Do not. That'll be the visual of Cloud with the ponytails.
That's the thing, though, is it works in Final Fantasy VII because it's chibi style, like, 32.
He's so feminine looking. That's like.
Yeah, but you can't tell in that game. It's jokey because it's these characters that are terrible graphically, and so you have to just kind of imagine what he'll look like. But if we see in PS4 like high definition realistic graphics, Cloud dressing up as a girl, putting on makeup and all this kind of stuff to break into Don Corneo and almost get raped because he almost gets raped.
Now, Strike Girl's Mel, right? She said the cross dressing is there. See what she said? Nomura said it.
Nomura said so? Okay, I'm very curious. Well, then do they keep the Honeybee in, where Cloud is raped? He's raped in the Honeybee in, so...
This game sounds pretty fucked up, dude.
It is. It's a side thing. You won't even see it happen, but there's a point where you go into Honeybee Inn, and then you go into this one room where there's all these guys in, like, Speedos, you're like, what's going on here? And they're, like, massaging each other, and suddenly it goes to black, and all you see is, like, text on the screen, like, stop that, don't touch me, kind of stuff like that.
What?
So the assumption is that Cloud got raped.
That's
or he was terrible. At least, like... groped or something.
Fondled or something.
Fondled.
It's all bad. It's all bad. No matter what way
this game takes some turns, man. It takes some turns. I hope they keep it all, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up entirely. Dean, why don't you go ahead with the next story?
All right. PlayStation Plus games with gold revealed for September 2015. The PlayStation blog writes, PlayStation Plus members, your voices have been heard. Thanks to our Vote to Play campaign, which gave you the ability to vote on a game for our September Plus offering. We're delighted to reveal your selection and the first title in next month's free games lineup, Grow Home on PS4, which I voted for too. I think you voted for
I voted for that as well, yeah.
Cool. If you voted for Armello or Zombie Vikings, don't worry. Plus members will get a 30% discount on both starting on September 1st all the way through September 15th. That's really cool of them, just to give that discount on the other two.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how that affects those people, though. Like, how do they feel like that they weren't voted for?
Yeah, it probably sucks, but I mean, the good news is more people are likely to play their game and maybe change their minds now because it's at a discount.
Not just that, it's not even just a discount, it's that it has attention for like 2 weeks.
Exactly.
You can vote for it. People get that name into their mind, like, oh, maybe I'll try this out now.
Yeah, true. This game I'm really excited to play. Super Time Force Ultra for PlayStation 4 is a fast-paced action platformer that takes players with rewinding time, tasks players with rewinding time and creating time clones to clear out levels. In Xeodrifter? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think it's called Xeodrifter.
Xeodrifter players explore strange alien planets and discover valuable secrets to cobble together a way home. Twisted Metal celebrates classic card combat with tons of power-ups and delectable explosions. Teslagrad features beautiful platforming and smart puzzles, and La Mulana X brings a riddle-filled adventure to challenge hungry gamers. On Xbox One, Xbox Live Gold members can download The Dear God for $14.99. Well, normally at $14.99. It's going to be free for the month of September. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, that's a steal. I just played through that, and it was awesome.
It's a great game.
September 16th to October 15th. On Xbox 360, starting Tuesday, September 1st, Battle Stations Pacific will be free for Xbox Live Gold members through September 15th. Then on September 16th, Xbox Live Gold members can download Crysis 3, which is another steal, for free through September 30th.
There's a big difference between Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus in that I feel like Games with Gold goes with games from way, way back, but retail games.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
might be
that's
old, but they're retail games.
Yeah, 100%.
And PlayStation Plus goes with newer, fresher stuff, but the more indie, smaller stuff that's kind of unique. That's what I like about PlayStation Plus. But I could understand people liking Games with Gold better because it's like, ooh, this is like a AAA game that I'm finally getting.
You've seen it on the on a shelf, yeah. Tomb Raider is a big one, but the thing that I like so much about PlayStation Plus is like they straight up give you a brand new game sometimes for free.
Yeah,
a lot of people forget that. Resogun came out with the PS4's launch. I just played that still yesterday. 2 years later, like that's awesome, dude.
They've done that more than one time. They've done that probably a good 3 or 4 times now. At least.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing about, I agree.
But it does sound like Games with Gold is trying to step it up, finally, which is nice.
Yeah. Go ahead, Anthony, you're up with the next story.
All right. The Pokemon Championship could have become a mass shooting.
Yeah.
With video
Crazy
content. News. James Stumbo and Kevin Norton were charged with numerous firearm charges after police confiscated a 12-gauge shotgun, a DP M5 model AR-15 rifle, along with 250 rounds of ammunition and a hunting knife from their vehicle. We can never read someone's mind, says Police Superintendent Paul A. Fitzgerald to the press. When questioned what the pair intended to do with the weapons, what we can read is what they were saying and the actions that they took, bringing the weapons they were showing online as a threat. That could have been a mass shooting. So obviously the federal agencies were concerned with that. Inside, there were a lot of kids, a lot of gamers, and thank God we were able to cut off whatever these 2 individuals coming from Iowa were up to.
That's a great job by Boston Police there.
Yeah.
That could have been the first ever, I think, mass shooting at like a gaming convention or
event.
And imagine how that would have caused this butterfly effect.
Oh yeah.
Not only just a tragedy in that the loss of life, but also something like that associated with gaming, which is already associated with violence, gun violence, all these kind of things like that. This just would have furthered that message, and it would have been a tragedy in so many ways. So thank God it didn't happen for so many reasons. There's been news of all different terrible things happening.
I think ultimately, one thing everyone agrees on, whether you're like pro guns, whatever. I know a lot of people out there are like, we have a right, blah blah. Whatever you are, whatever you think, something needs to be done.
As far as gun control.
Yeah. Like something needs to clearly be
take
done.
Away your guns.
Right.
Like, you can keep your guns, but something needs to be done.
Yeah,
I think
100%, dude.
I think the ability for people to like, or for people being able to have like these AR-15 rifles and stuff like that, like, I just think stuff like that is absolutely ridiculous. Why do you need to have guns like that? Dude. Like, even if they're not...
Because for hunting, you don't hunt with an assault rifle.
Yeah, even if it's not an automatic weapon, why do you need to have a semi-automatic gun like that? What are you trying? What are you, cool? Like,
I
stupid
feel
gun? Like, I don't know.
It's a subject I don't want to talk about too much.
Yeah,
I don't want to go off the rail. But the other one this past week was the shooting of the 2 reporters.
Yeah, really.
And that's a big conspiracy thing.
That's so terrible that somebody could just like walk up on these 2 people like that. And the worst part is he's just like, from what I read one night, he's just standing there, and like nobody noticed that he's just like holding his gun, standing there in front of these 2 people. It's a tragedy, and I agree. Something needs to happen there.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, if Sandy Hook didn't cause change, I'm not sure anything ever.
I know, man. I know.
It's a crazy thing. All right, after that sad subject, we'll get into the good stuff later on. But let's take a Skype break here. Feel free to call in on Skype, guys, at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. There is the banner on screen if you need it. Call in right now, and we can talk all things gaming related. We also have a few more follows from Young Ricky, Matt Sora, Josh Man, Don't Juju Me, Tomato Show, watched or subscribe to us on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we do have an exclusive YouTube show now from Dean and Greg.
We do?
That's true. You do.
Get out of here, dude.
I thought so.
No way.
I'm not up on everything you do, but I'm pretty sure that I have a superhero show called Power Up, exclusive to YouTube. It comes out every Saturday at 10 a.m. But if you're a patron, patreon.com/TheLevelUpNetwork, you get it like 6 days early.
Yeah.
You get it on Monday nights typically.
Guaranteed Tuesday, more likely Monday night.
Let's take this call from Bradley. Hey, Brad, how you doing, man?
Hello.
Hello. What's going on? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, yes.
I'm getting up when I get paid.
I did not understand that.
He's getting it when he gets paid.
When you get paid,
I
when you
speak
get the
Brad
money.
now, by the way.
Do you speak Brad?
Apparently, yeah.
Brad is like its own language. I don't even consider it British. It's just Brad.
Yeah.
It's Bradish.
It's Bradish, yes. Which is fine. There's nothing against that, Bradley. But yeah, I'm telling you, Brad, the game is awesome. It is freaking awesome.
I can't wait to play it though. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be sick. I think.
Now, are you gonna try and keep all the characters alive? Because there's some people that want to kill all the characters. That's their goal.
I might do 2 playthroughs of it, or maybe more. Might do one where they all try and all survive, and another one where they all just die.
Yeah, I kind of have that inclination right now as well. Right at the beginning, I was trying to keep everybody alive. I killed 2 people on the first playthrough, but they both died in the final 2 chapters, the final 2 episodes. So I decided to replay those last 2 episodes, and it was really easy for me to keep them alive, knowing how they died. So I've gotten the trophy for keeping every single character alive. So now I'm tempted to go back and kill them all and see how they all die. But that's the thing, is they can die in so many different ways. That's the fun thing about it. If you want to see all their different death scenes, you got to really play it so many times to see all the different ways.
Are they really gory and like violent?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much, but I'm not going to say who it was, but there's one where a certain monster or killer, I'm not going to say what, it reaches into one of the characters' mouths and slowly rips her jaw off. You can see like the skin stretching, and then it rips it off entirely, and it's just her tongue hanging. So yeah, it has some gruesome deaths if you want to find them all. It's good stuff.
I didn't hear that end because I have my ears shut, so I can.
Oh, you didn't even want to hear that? Okay, no, it's fine if you don't want to even hear how somebody dies.
Games, I'm like, nope, go away. No.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it has, like I said, Brad, it has so many diverging paths that you're not going to see everything. But you're going to have your own playthrough. I promise you're going to have your own playthrough.
Yeah, but eventually you'll be able to go on YouTube and look at watch how they all die. I mean, how every character could possibly die.
When I played like sort of weird games, I watched death scenes. Like I watched the entire Walking Dead season 2, but then I went back on YouTube and watched all death scenes because they are gory as hell in season of Walking Dead. Damn.
And to Dustin, yes, we are talking about Until Dawn.
Yes.
Great game.
Also, I've been playing a lot. Not a lot, but I've been playing like Friday and Saturday. I just spent about a whole days on Sly Cooper. Back on Sly Cooper. Hooray!
The HD collection.
Yep. I completed the first level because it's quite the first game is quite short. It's just like basically you got to go around, can get hit, stuff like that. But it's amazing. And I played that in about a day, and then now I'm on Sly Cooper Band of Thieves, which I love.
Ooh, they're all good. I think that probably my favorite. I think is the second one. I think.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the second one, but they're all good.
And I also I remember I bought Sly Cooper Thieves in Time when it was in PS Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that's like 33 gig right there. It's mental because I had like 29 gig on my PS3. I couldn't download it. Delete more stuff.
Sly Cooper was that big? That's very surprising. I never would have guessed Sly Cooper was that big.
Yeah, not Thieves in Time. Sorry, Thieves in Time. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the newest one.
It's a big like
download,
gig.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great game though. It's worth it if you can fit it on your system, especially if you have PlayStation Plus, because it's a really, really fun game for sure.
Because like I remember like when it came out like ages ago, I bought it, but never put it on PS3 because it was too big.
Yeah.
So I was like I wanted to play it, so I was like I downloaded it. Well, I went to download it, too big. So I deleted all my other PS Plus things. I did like what's it? I did all the like Blood Money of what's that? Hitman.
Yeah.
All the Hitmans. I deleted like Crisis 3. I deleted Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh god, if you look at all the stuff that's been offered on PlayStation Plus alone, like it's unbelievable. The stuff on PS3 especially, the AAA stuff that they've eventually included in there.
Yeah.
You could play forever if you have all the PlayStation Plus games. I could never tackle that backlog of PlayStation Plus
I have a lot
games.
that I've never even downloaded. Yeah. I just have them in my queue.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you ever update your PS4 hard drive, Brad?
Nope.
Still got the 500 one?
Yeah, I've still got 500, but I'm out a job. I'm gonna try and get my mind together and get like a 2 TB hard drive.
Yeah, I have a link for a really good one if you ever want it just tweet me, dude. I'll send it to you.
Because like I need to figure out like how to do it first. Because
it's not hard.
No, it's very
how to
easy.
get all the data, like all the trophies and all that stuff, off my hard drive.
Yeah, it's very, very easy.
They make it very simple for you, Brad. Yeah.
I'll tweet you and like I'll try and see if you can like send it to me.
Yeah, you got it, man.
All right, Brad. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right then, and level up, guys.
Level
up.
So I was thinking before Bradley called in, I was asked this question: if you guys had like villains to fight, would they be like level downers?
We've had villains for sure on this show.
Yeah, we've had villains, but they've been more like actual villains, like.
Yeah, they go all out.
Yeah, like
they
names,
become
like random,
like a comic book villain.
Yeah.
They go off the deep end and just go crazy.
Yeah, some have like real like theme, like they stick to a theme, you know.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, we could call those level downers. I feel like we're getting into like drug territory now.
Uppers and downers.
Like, if they had like a league, you know, maybe it would be called like
the same thing.
The 7 Evil X's kind of thing.
Yeah, like the Justice League had like Legion of Doom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The movie rocks, by the way.
What?
So good.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim?
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans' character is one of my favorites.
If you guys haven't seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, do yourself a favor.
Oh, so underrated.
Watch that movie. The League of Evil X's, man.
There are like 800 stairs and the rails are garbage.
Yeah. Oh man, when he's going down the rail, he just goes, wow. 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 It's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
The first time I saw that movie, I saw it with you in theaters, and I didn't understand it.
I agree. I wasn't blown away by it from the first time, but every time I watch it since then, it gets better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed to see it again because it's kind of like when you see
Anchorman
for the first time. It's like a different kind of movie that you've never seen before. That you're like, and especially Scott Pilgrim because it's like
it's
sensory overload, man.
Yeah.
You're like, holy crap! There's a lot.
And that's what makes it special though on rewatch is that it has so many little things going on that every time you watch it, you can forget about what you already know and like focus on those other things. And it's like, wow, there's so many little video game knives.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
It's great. If you're a video game person, please watch Scott Pilgrim.
I haven't seen it in years. I need to watch it.
I just watched it with Greg not too long ago. We got some more followers from Garza, BRG, The Gaming Groll, St. Patrick, Oh My God, It's Dope, PSN, Young Ricky, Matsura, and many more. Keep those follows coming, guys. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. You can also check us out on Twitter at the Level Up Network. Level spelled LVL. Tweet at us with questions and stuff to be featured on the show. YouTube, as we were talking about earlier, for power up and archives of everything we do. On Twitch, we've got twitchalerts.com/donate/levelupshow if you want to do a single donation, one-time thing. We've got the levelupshow.spreadshirt.com for t-shirts, hoodies, muscle shirts, all that kind of stuff with our logo and more. Patreon is the best way to support the network and get things in return. And we have Extra Life, which is the thing we're pushing real hard right now. We got 2 months left until the big day, our 24-hour gaming talk show marathon. We're going to try and raise $5,000 by the end of it all. We're already about 1,000. I think we're about around $1,100 raised so far. So keep that ball rolling. It's for sick children throughout the United States with Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It's at extralife.org/participant/levelupnetwork. Click the support me link and hit, whatever you can donate, whatever you have the means to. It all matters, even if it's $1. It all helps. So keep that ball rolling, guys. All right, I think we're good to go to the next segment here, the next level update segment. Next up, YouTube Gaming has gone live.
Indeed.
Starting this past Wednesday, you could, those Americans and people in the UK can get into YouTube Gaming. Go ahead. I checked it out. A lot of people checked it out. It is the opposing platform to Twitch ever since Google was not able to follow through with that buyout of Twitch.
Yeah.
Amazon was the one who got it instead. Google decided, okay, we'll just do our own thing. That's YouTube Gaming. Now, here's what I could tell as the pros. These are my opinions as far as I could tell.
Okay.
Pro, it'll be available on the PS4.
Yeah.
In the next update. You guys will be able to stream from the PS4, which is awesome. That's a good thing. HTML5 player, something that Twitch is finally getting as well. It has game pages that organize everything, including trailers, popular live streams, videos from the developer, and more. Every single game gets its own page, which I think is really, really cool. And it has like its own theme too. Like it figures out which color works for the game. It puts up the artwork, and it looks really nice. Here's what I was talking about earlier with you, Dean. How Twitch has a maximum 3,500 bitrate for non-partners. YouTube has maximum 9,000.
Wow.
So a lot higher on YouTube. And the really cool thing is every person gets access to the the resolution functionality.
That's awesome.
Only partners allow viewers to change the resolution from high, medium, source. YouTube, doesn't matter who's watching. You can put in 1080p, put in 720p, 60 frames per second, 30. Makes it a lot easier for you guys without a high-quality computer to watch a stream without any lag.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Now for cons. The chat is not IRC. That means that you can't have bots in the chat. Moderation becomes a lot more difficult. All this Twitch alert stuff that we do with the show.
Right.
I know a lot of people are down on that, but anybody who wants to use that cannot use it with YouTube. That's kind of a bummer. Commercials are kind of a problem as well, because on Twitch, if you do commercials, everybody gets the same 60 seconds commercial. Everybody comes back at the same time. We can kind of gauge when you guys come back to the show. Problem with YouTube right now, the way it works, if you activate a commercial, some people get a 1-minute commercial, some people get a 30-minute commercial. You have to skip this ad thing too, which also makes it kind of tough as well, because some people might skip an ad for 5 seconds. You might not know that they're back, and you're just shooting a breeze with your friends or whatever, not acknowledging the people coming back to the room. Finally, I think that the UI is very cluttered.
Yeah.
And unattractive.
It looked a little bit cluttered. I checked it out myself. It was a little bit too much.
It's clearly meant for tablets.
Yeah.
It still is not ideal, I think. The main problem is that if you don't have a wheel on your mouse, there's not an easy way to scroll.
No, there's not.
Because it has these sidebars, these transparent sidebars, which is never really a good idea, especially now with Web 3.0 and stuff like that. Transparent sidebars make it really confusing, and if you drag your mouse over to the side to try and hit the scroll bar to move up and down, the sidebar pulls out and you can't access the scroll bar. It's not functional. It's really confusing. I don't know why they made that decision. So I have a feeling it's still early. It's only for Americans. It's only for people in the UK. They're going to improve YouTube gaming. But I was kind of curious with you, Dean. You stream as well, even on your own outside of our network. Are you at all interested in YouTube gaming?
I want to check it out. I'd like to give it a chance, just see what it's like, how fast you gain traction on there compared to how fast your room builds on Twitch. What worries me is that YouTube is really bad about blocking things, copyright things. So I'm wondering, even though you export something from, this just happened to me today.
Yep.
I streamed Disney Infinity. I exported it over to YouTube and it got blocked for a lot of the John Williams score. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a problem if you're going to instantly not be able to stream something if it's like that on, you know what I mean?
Right now, the way that I'm reading it, the live ID, system that they call it, that is not going to be active during live streams.
Okay.
So if you're streaming Disney Infinity 3.0 on YouTube, it's not going to recognize live that it has John Williams music and shut down your stream.
Okay.
But the moment it archives, it's going to block it.
Right.
So, I think YouTube is overly tough on things.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with YouTube. We've talked about this before. You want to monetize something and make it so that we can't monetize it?
Go for it, yeah.
Go for it. I have no problem with that. Don't block my shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving you free advertisement.
Yeah, and I'm talking
Stop
about
blocking my shit.
Exactly. I'm totally with you, dude. This is your words are my spirit animal right now. I get so aggravated because we work. People don't always understand. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant right now. People don't always understand that, people like us work really hard on this kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if, it's not a Twitch archive, and, I worked, for 3 days on this video, and then I put it up, and, sweet, can't wait, I hope people like it. And then it's this video's been blocked worldwide, and you're like, come on!
Come on,
you
man.
worked so hard on this
I
stuff,
know.
you know what I mean?
I know sometimes when we do our longer shows, our special shows, like the level uppies and stuff like that, we've got so many special things that we put on those shows, whether it be a 10-second, audio file to give a little bit of panache to something,
Right.
Just to make it have a little bit more production value.
Exactly.
Those 10 seconds, it's all that matters. If it goes on YouTube, the entire stream that you put together, you spent weeks putting this thing together to make it special, it's blocked.
Yep.
Because you had 10 seconds of the Batman theme or
right.
something.
You want to hear some shit? The Disney Infinity thing? 6 songs it recognized, okay?
Oh, I've had worse than that.
Five of them, fine. We're going to monetize this video. The 6th one, they're like, no fucking way, we're blocking this. I was like, what? The other 5 were okay, though. It doesn't make any sense, dude. I hate it. I really hate it.
And they're trying to make it easier to remove songs, at least, where you can remove song, and it'll keep the video on there, but it'll mute the one area of the video that has the song.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Never works for me.
No, when I do it,
right,
your voice goes down, too. it can't separate the two files. So like your voices and then like
if they can get that working, cool. But they need to add that for video too. Like I hate that if something gets like a monetized or a copyright thing or a block thing, I can't use the video editor on it.
Right.
Oh, why not? Just allow me to remove that 1 minute of the stream so that I can archive this and it won't bother anybody. Like I don't understand the problem there.
I know. I almost want to like pull stuff when that happens and like just have like a ready to go thing that's like this part's been removed because YouTube sucks, and then like and then pick back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we can't make any progress if we keep getting blocked for everything.
The amount of time I waste sometimes uploading things and then having to download it from YouTube using an illegal third-party site, put it into video editor, remove the one segment of the video that I think is causing problems, re-upload it, a day later get another copyright strike, do the whole thing over again, just so because I'm trying to get a freaking archive from Twitch up on YouTube.
Right.
All right, we've gone on.
I know. I'm with you though, 100%, dude. I'm with you.
It's frustrating for people like us. It's really annoying. All right, Dean, you're up with the next story.
Cool.
Setlift, thank you for the follow, by the way.
Can I use your paper because I have the wrong
sure, go ahead.
outline up right now. Turok and Turok 2 are coming back. IGN writes, Night Dive Studios has announced that it will be restoring and publishing modernized versions of Turok Dinosaur Hunter and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Night Dive is a studio that specializes in restoring old PC titles, having worked on digital releases of games such as System Shock 2. Both Turok Dinosaur Hunter and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil will be getting graphical upgrades and other improvements as well. CEO and founder of Night Dive Studios, Stephen Kick, said, when Turok Dinosaur Hunter was first released, it was nothing short of revolutionary. To that point, no game had ever offered the combination of graphics and an open-world environment that Turok featured. We are very excited to have the opportunity to bring this great franchise back to life and to be able to share these great titles with today's gaming audience.
Were you a Turok fan?
Never played it.
You remember Turok, right?
Yeah, I remember that you had to use those little yellow buttons to get on the move, man.
That was all N64 games.
Yeah.
Using the C-pad to walk the strafe while you use the freaking joystick to
There's
look
little
around.
yellow buttons. Why would you? That was the silliest, stupidest idea ever.
Yeah, Sony was the one to take that and be like, this is stupid. Let's add a second joystick.
Yeah.
And then now that's become standard, thank God. But it's funny how they call it revolutionary. I guess maybe it was, but look at Turok now. Holy shit. It's like GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah. I remember seeing the box art and I was like, this looks weird and
Dude, when
cool.
you play GoldenEye now, you look at the game and you're like, I don't even know what the hell that is. Is that a mine? What the hell is that supposed to be?
Is that a face? Like
like what the hell?
It's really bad. I agree. Turok was also rebooted like in the PS3 generation around like 2009, but it didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
Did they ever remaster GoldenEye?
Yeah, they actually remade it entirely. Activision did an HD remake of it,
and it's good.
It didn't grab the audience like the original one did. That's just that lightning in a bottle thing that happens. It's kind of like we were talking about Psycho or Final Fantasy VII. You know, the GoldenEye remake from Activision. You know, it was a PS3 game, looked like a PS3 game. It was pretty much the exact same thing as the original.
Control-wise and stuff.
Yeah, it was the exact same thing. It's just you got a better controller, got better layout, and all that kind of stuff. You got better graphics, but nobody cared.
I gotta see it now. I'm sure some people had to have played it. Like diehards were probably like, I can't wait for this.
Why don't you go with the next story? I think you're up with the green one about Lionsgate.
All right. Lionsgate is working on a movie version of Borderlands.
Yeah.
Variety writes, Lionsgate is developing a tentpole movie based on the video game Borderlands with producers Avi and Ari Arad.
Don't you know them?
Yeah, I was going to say, but I don't know the two names, Avi and Ari.
Ari is the son. Avi is the old guy that's been around for a while. Produced Spider-Man and all that good stuff. Ari's his son. Or Ari.
Avi Arad and his son, Ari Arad, have been involved in the creation of the films franchises for Iron Man, Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man, X-Men, Ghost Rider, and Blade. Lionsgate made a major push last year into video games when it named Nerdist Industries CEO Peter Levin as President of Interactive Ventures and Games. Part of our strategy in entering the game space under Peter Levin has been to source new brands with built-in audiences that will translate into great films and television shows, said Lionsgate Motion Picture Group co-chairs Ryan Friedman and Patrick Wachsberger.
Washburger.
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 His Schwartz is as big as mine.
The Borderlands game don't pull any punches and will make the movie with the same in-your-face attitude that has made the series a blockbuster mega franchise.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're a Borderlands fan, aren't you?
I do. I like Borderlands a lot. Yeah.
You're just playing Tales from the Borderland. Are you happy about this news? Lionsgate taking this?
I'm intrigued. I feel like I need to hear a little bit more and maybe see what exactly their idea is here.
Sure.
There's a couple of things I think could work really well. I think if they use.
You think it's adaptable?
I think it's adaptable. Yeah, but it's got to be like I don't know if they do. Like, do we think they're gonna go for like the Tales from the Borderlands kind of thing? Like,
I think it'll be
like
its own story.
Little characters, or like they're gonna do Vole Hunters. You know what I mean?
I think that it's going to have nods to all the things you have in Tales from the Borderlands and also Borderlands itself, but it's going to probably create its own characters for the most part, I bet, and it might have Handsome Jack maybe.
I think it's gotta have Handsome Jack.
Is Borderlands like kind of like a Mad Maxy type of thing?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
post-apocalyptic.
Borderlands is almost a direct like seed from Mad Max. Like, especially if you're watching Fury Road, I was like, holy shit! Like, Borderlands definitely just took things right from Mad Max.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a great way.
Like it works.
There were so many things. Like, I was watching the movie in theaters, and I was like, I remember this like from the game, like driving through the desert and like the crazy like vehicles to catch a ride and everything. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there, but I think they gotta have Handsome Jack. I think he needs to be like prominent and the main guy. And
he's
you
like
know
the
what?
villain, and he's like the most iconic character from the series.
They need him pretty much is what I'm saying. He's like eccentric. He's gonna be the guy that everybody loves. They're gonna love to hate him. They're gonna love to love him. And like they could totally get the actor who does the voice actor because he's like, it's that rare case where like he kind of looks like him and he's relatively young.
Is he a well-known actor?
No.
Okay.
But he's done some stuff. I'll look him up in the meantime.
Guys, Skype is live. You can call in right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Charlie, welcome to the room. We're also getting a bunch of follows. Thank you to Die Hard Major 89. We also got Setlift 2005, My Pet Rocky, Garza 01, BRG 81, The Gaming Egg Roll, and many more. Keep those follows coming, guys. Just hit that heart button live from PlayStation or at twitch.tv/levelupshow. To have your name pop up on the TV, and we will, of course, shout you out. We're also on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we got Patreon, and we have Extra Life trying to raise money for sick children throughout the United States. So keep that ball rolling as well.
Been some weird
the
stuff.
only thing I took from that is that I love egg rolls.
There you go.
Egg rolls are good. There's Charlie just followed us as well. Thank you, Charlie.
I don't know too many of these things that he's done here. I don't know if you have. His name is Damian Clark. Ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
But look at him. You've seen Handsome Jack.
He's handsome.
He looks like Handsome Jack.
That's a handsome guy.
They must have modeled him like similar after them. So like, if you got him in there doing the voice and playing the role, like fans would love that shit.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome.
Winky Chow, thank you for the follow. Keep those coming, guys.
By the way, have you seen it yet?
What?
The Mad Max, the newest?
No, I can't wait.
Dude, let's go. Let's go see it.
I don't think it's in theaters anymore, is it?
Is it not in theaters?
I didn't know you hadn't seen it yet.
Watch it for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
Good movie.
Thank you for the PSN friend request, guys. If you do want to friend request me, I don't mind. It's DrewM1788, but I do want to preface that by saying that if I do accept your friend request, it's purely so that you can see when we go live with our shows and stuff like that. I don't play too much multiplayer stuff, and if you mass message me with 99 people, I will delete you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken that policy myself, dude. That's been happening way too much.
Yeah, I'm glad it reviewed as well as it did, and it did as well as it did, because that trailer was absolutely wonderful. It was chaotically wonderful.
You haven't seen it either? Neither of you guys have seen it?
I was like, this looks like so much.
Good movie.
Maddie F. and Matt says Mad Max is out on Blu-ray now. So we might have to
I think that's true, actually.
Nice.
Yes.
I thought that it was, like, exclusive to certain things. Like, I think PlayStation has it for download right now.
It might be in the digital thing. It goes like digitally a little bit early, but it might be done with
Stripe Girl said the same thing, so we're going to have to watch that soon, for sure.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Yeah, good movie. Really good. I would watch that again. I might watch that again.
We're waiting on a Skype call, guys. If you want to call in, do it right now on the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds on Skype.
I love your Avengers decal, by the way. Your sticker. It looks...
Oh, thanks, man. I got this when we went to Comic-Con.
Oh, did you? That's
yeah.
Cool. It looks really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that. I got a Transformers one. I don't know what to do with it yet. And then I got a Zelda one I put on my guitar. That one looks
And you took all the Beast letters off.
Yeah, they started falling off, and I was like, "Eh."
You look like you put a lot of work into that.
More than I care to admit. September 1st, it's out on Blu-ray. So Tuesday. Go pick yourself up some Metal Gear, some Mad Max.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Metal Gear is going to take over my life.
Yeah, you got it,
so
dude.
You're not going to see me for a while.
Yep.
Dude, come on.
If you want to come over and see Metal Gear, that's fine.
No, let's go on. Let's put a night away to watch Mad Max. We'll come over. We'll order pizza.
Well, yeah, I think we
drink
can
some
find
beer.
We're not getting any calls.
Eventually.
So let's go to a quick commercial break, guys, and then we'll go to the next topic or segment. So hold on tight. We'll be right back in about 60 seconds. How many follows? Oh, man.
Are we offline right now?
No, we're not offline. It's just that some people are seeing commercial. Some people aren't. Some people are. So
Pizza.
If this was a different time and I didn't have so many games to play, I definitely would pick up Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
It does.
Everything I've seen, I was like, fuck, it looks good.
I know.
I just don't have the time.
Did you play any more Ground Zeroes? You said you were...
Not yet, no. Now I don't even know when I will. All the Disney stuff I'm playing, and then I want to beat Kingdom Hearts 2, and then by that time, Uncharted Collection will be out, and so it's over. It's all over for me.
Yeah.
It's all over for me.
Now I could go for some pizza, is the truth, and everybody keeps saying
go for some Benny's.
Yeah, dude, some buffalo chicken pizza.
You ever have Benny's pizza? You ever hear of Benny's?
Never heard of Benny's.
It's in Mantua.
It's on Route 45.
Really? Never had it. Never been there.
Best buffalo chicken pizza you'll ever have.
Yeah, I love buffalo chicken pizza.
Dude, you gotta try it.
Might have to take a trip.
Welcome back, Level Uppers. We are now getting a call on Skype, so let's take this real quick before moving on. Welcome to the Level Up Show. How you doing?
Oh, wow. It worked.
Yeah, it worked, man. You're live on the show. What's going on? What do you want to talk about tonight?
I'm not sure. This is the first time this worked for me.
Have you tried before?
Yeah, yes, I have.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you were finally able to get through. Have you been watching our show for a while? Are you new?
I am new. I just found you guys out, and I was like, hey, this is cool. Let me try this out.
That's really cool, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. Do you have any gaming-related questions or topics you want to talk about?
If you guys want to talk about the new Battlefront.
Battlefront. You're getting that, right, Dean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but to be honest, I'm just not feeling any excitement towards playing the game.
No.
I don't know if it's just the genre that it is. I don't know. Maybe it's that it doesn't have a really focused single-player story and it's more about just multiplayer battles.
Yeah.
I think if it had a really cool story it was trying to tell with a single-player mode, I probably would pick it up. But
well, it's generally a first-person shooter pretty much, and you're not really into those.
Can you play it in third person if you want?
I don't know I think there are sections you can and sections you cannot.
Okay.
I think. I don't have that much information about it. I just know I want it. It's Star Wars.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Are there any really good Star Wars games that don't have anything to do with Luke, Leia, the prequels or anything like that?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple.
I mean, you got Knights of the Old Republic is one of the big ones. You've got that was KOTOR, right? That was on Xbox. That was the RPG that did really well. You got the Old Republic, which is the massively multiplayer online one.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed did okay. Wasn't great.
Yeah, unpopular opinion, but I vouch. I liked Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I thought they were a fun game.
That still had Vader and stuff, but it didn't have Luke and Leia. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying that the Force Unleashed games are awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so too. I was a big fan of both of those games.
Greg did a whole series of games that he was calling his guilty pleasures. Games that he realizes aren't great, but for some reason he loves them, and Force Unleashed was on that list.
Force Unleashed, the first one, fun fact, was my first game of last gen.
Like the first game you played, period?
Yeah, last gen. I went out, I got my final, I finally was like, all right, I'm going to get a 360, and I went out, got a 360, got my Xbox Live, got an extra controller, and a copy of the Force Unleashed, and I went home, hooked it up on my family room TV with the subwoofer and everything. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
I'm into the next gen.
This was awesome.
That moment when you realize
dude,
into the next
and the best thing is that game opens up with Darth Vader tearing shit up outside. I was like, oh, this is awesome. It was so good.
Are you a big Star Wars fan, man?
I used to be, but it's starting to die down a little. But with the 7th movie coming out, it might go a little higher.
Yeah, there's that resurgence with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Do we all agree that this is probably going to beat Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time?
I think so.
If it's good, yes.
I mean, Disney is already saying their like predictions. I don't know how they know this, but they're saying 650 million on opening weekend, not counting China.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestically, 650?
No, worldwide. But that doesn't include China, which is a huge area.
Oh yeah, when they open up in China, it's ridiculous, man. They love their blockbuster movies. Like, you know what's doing well, which is crazy, is the Terminator movie that got panned is doing amazing overseas. It's like,
that happens a lot over there.
They love Hollywood.
It has like all together. It has like $500 million almost.
Why do you think?
Crazy.
Why do you think we keep getting these piece of shit Transformers movies?
Damn right.
Because overseas they do so well.
They love that shit over there. I mean, big robots. Yeah.
Give them mechs or big kaiju monsters or whatever. It's gonna do awesome. I bet you Pacific Rim killed over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I bet you killed.
Yeah.
Man, well, I'm glad you called in. Nice to have you as a new caller and a new viewer. I hope you stick around, man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for calling in. Level up.
All right, you too.
New callers are always like, I don't know what to say to that.
It's always a little weird.
You just say level up back. That's all you got.
It reminds me of I'm trying to think. It might have been Dave Chappelle where he talked about how he would mess with like the white people who like he dealt with like professionally. He would like say something ridiculous like peace out,
bing bong, or something like that.
Peace out, peace out, B, and they'd be like, peace to your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, guys. Now we can get back into the level update. As I was saying, this is a level up show. It's a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday. If you like us at any point, just hit that heart button live from PlayStation, like Winky Chow, Charlie, Die Hard Major, Set Lift, My Pet Rocky, and many more did. Your name will pop up on the TV, and we will, of course, shout you out.
Dude, I'm totally going to make a troll name, the Level Downer, and I'm going to be like a villain in the room.
You just made the first villain mistake by divulging your plan.
Well, I feel like that's kind of the calling card of the villain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Monologue, his entire plan, so very fitting. Actually, before we get into level update, we're going to do our new segment. I don't think you've ever been a part of this, Anthony. Let's get the video up and rolling. You guys can figure it out together. This is our new segment, guys. It is called Plot Hole. Wait for it. Assholes. We're gonna be assholes for tonight. Basically, the whole point of this, Anthony, is that we take a subject, whether it be movie, plot hole, or question, concern, that really doesn't need to be discussed. There's no reason to try and figure this out, but we're going to do it anyway. So I want to start with Kingdom Hearts. A lot of convoluted things going on in Kingdom Hearts, but we're not really going to go into that. I want to keep it simple and straightforward because Dean hasn't gone too far into Kingdom Hearts yet.
I still don't understand what the hell happened there in the beginning either.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's talk. I want to focus entirely on the beginning of Kingdom Hearts because it starts off with you on Destiny Islands. You have these friends and whatnot, but there's no adults anywhere.
No, there certainly isn't.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Now, the assumption, I guess, is that Destiny Islands is like a part of the islands, right? This island that they're on, and there must be like a home island that they all come from. This is the island they play on, right?
Okay, I'm with that.
But what's weird is at the beginning of the game, after the whole weird moment that you're talking about where he goes into the darkness, him and Kairi and Riku are planning to like run away.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're gonna go out like on the boat, but like they seem like they have a decent life. Like
they're having some fun.
They live on this beautiful island.
They live on this beautiful island. They're going off to this like Destiny Island area where they're having fun all day. Why do they want to run away? Like, what's going on behind the scenes here?
Right.
Like, is there something wrong?
Yeah.
You think so? You have no answer to this, do you?
No.
Okay, well let me ask you another thing then. We do know there's a mom.
Do they say that?
What if
yes.
What if it's like a Peter Pan type of situation?
Where what they never
like abandon they abandon like their families or something? Or what if like when you hit a certain age like they kill each other or something, or like banish them from the island?
Wow, like a Lord of the Flies kind of thing going on. There might be a lot to this island scenario that we don't know, but there is a mom because at the beginning of the game he's laying in bed, it's dark, and a storm is coming, so he remembers about the boat.
Yeah.
But right before that happens, the mom calls up and said, Sora, dinner's ready.
Oh, you're right.
The one line the mom has in the entire series. That's not a spoiler to say. You never, ever hear from the mom again.
Right.
So, like, what happened to her? Because Destiny Islands is, like, destroyed. The Heartless comes and attacks it. Like, did his mom die?
Yeah, that's what I think.
You think the mom died?
I think maybe the mom was already dead.
Do you think she well, first
I don't think she was ever
why
there.
do you think she died? Like, that's kind of dark.
Wait, doesn't she say dinner's ready? He like wakes up from his sleep and she's like, Sora, dinner's ready.
Yeah, and then he realizes a storm, and then he goes to the boat, and that's how you know it must be a different island, because suddenly he just like plops down on the dock. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Where?
Yeah.
How did he get to the dock?
But so when he wakes up, maybe he's still like kind of not really woken up. He's hearing his mom and it's like a dream. Maybe she was already dead this whole time.
Like twist.
Yeah.
Mike just said it. What if his mom is Eris?
What is it, Mama's Eris? Well, then she really is dead. Spoiler alert.
I don't know who that is.
That sucks, man.
No, to be honest with you, I don't think the mom's dead. I don't think the mom's dead. I think there's going to be some twist to bring her back. Namora is a crafty gentleman. I feel like he's going to try and find some weird, convoluted way to bring her back and have her be either like big bad villain, or I don't know, or like just come back and have this reunion.
I think she's definitely dead.
You think she's dead?
I'm sticking to it because we almost talked about it, but I think she's dead because Disney loves dead parents. They love dead parents. They kill off all the parents. Think about all the Disney movies, right? All the Disney animated movies where the parents are either dead or they die during the film. Lion King, dead dad. Cinderella, Cinderella, evil stepmom.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know
so
what I
let's
mean?
say that
it
she
goes
is
on. Let's
dead.
go on. We can do this all night.
But do you think that she's important?
No.
You don't think so?
Technically,
she's just a woman that died.
Yeah, she's a woman that died.
Technically, Eris and Cloud can't be his parents because he meets them.
Yeah, you're right. Unless there's some weird time travel alternate universe thing going on.
Maybe she's dead. Maybe she's dead, and the darkness that lives within Sora's heart from thinking about his dead mom is what inhabits all of this world. That's the darkness.
The darkness.
The heartless from his heart. It's dark.
It's getting
Too
deep,
dark.
man.
Holy crap, man.
You got a lot to learn, though, on Kingdom Hearts. You're going to find out a lot of things. Here's the other side. Does he have a dad, or is this like typical Disney fashion where there's only one parent?
Yeah, no dad.
But there had to be a dad, right, at some point.
Did there?
There had to be a dad.
Did there?
Is
I don't
Mickey
know.
the dad? Is there some bestiality going on?
Talk about
in
a
this
plot twist.
No, like there's the thing is there's no way Namora is just like Sora's parents. Nah, who gives a shit? Because Sora is clearly important. He's got this destiny about him. Like he's the chosen one. The Keyblade chose him. He's got to be from some importance. Like his parents must be people.
Kind of like Game of Thrones, man.
Right? Yeah. Like,
how like Jon is important because of his parents.
Like, I don't want to go too far, but the big bad of the trilogy, his name is Xenohort. Okay. That's not really a spoiler to say that.
That's fine.
That's like the trilogy is all about the Xenohort trilogy.
What is this from that we're watching right here?
This is all Kingdom Hearts 3 here now that we're seeing on screen.
Oh god, I want to play that.
What if Xenohort or Xenohort, however you say his name, is the dad? Like he's the big bad, and we have a Luke, I am your father moment. Sora, I am your father. Or maybe Disney, or the Mickey comes out and says
that's heavy. I want Mickey to come out.
You want Mickey to be the dad?
I am your father. That was a good Mickey, dude.
I feel a good Mickey.
That was a pretty good Mickey.
Wait,
but in general, Kingdom Hearts is just a bizarre series when you really
it's all weird, dude. Did we ever learn
I
what
always thought it
happened
looked a little bit like weird, like story-wise.
It's weird, dude. I just started it. I'm about to go to like the fourth world, I think, and it's weird.
You know what it is? It's one of those games that was made with the idea that we're gonna have like all these Disney worlds, but they didn't know exactly what they were doing, and now they're trying to build like a story off of something like
super Japanese. No offense to anyone Japanese, but like this game is like so Japanese.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's got that weird like Japanese where they're like, yeah, this is great. Put it in there.
Do you think so? In the game, you've got all these different like worlds that are, inspired by the Disney worlds and the actual movies. How do you think this happened? Like, do you think it was like the Big Bang? Do you think that they were all combined at one point? Like just one
which part happened?
Disney world, and then something caused like the Big Bang of the Kingdom Hearts universe?
Parallel dimensions.
Parallel dimensions.
That's the only answer.
Do you think there's multiple Soras?
Yes.
You think there's multiple Soras?
100%. I think this is what I've been thinking throughout this game.
like the alternate Earths kind of like theory.
Like Dark Sora. Like
this is
Shadow
what I've been
Sora.
thinking through the whole game is all these Soras with these different Keyblades. I think it's the different costumes are all different Soras.
Ooh.
That's what I've been thinking.
Interesting.
Just personally. on my own
Vis-a-vis.
thing.
Maybe when things
Ergo.
split off into all these different Disney worlds, it was like not just space that split, but time and space itself.
These are real things I've been thinking while I'm playing the game, just to be clear. Like, Well, like I've just been sitting there thinking, I'm like, this is weird. Maybe this is a different version. Like these are all because like Mickey's a king, Donald and Goofy are like royalty. Like maybe these are just all different dimensions.
Like this doesn't happen in the movies. Like when did this happen?
Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3, like all the Soras are gonna come together and be like, boom, we're Sora King. We're gonna
Sora King. Maybe they merge.
Mess everything up. And rule the day.
Do you think there's any possibility that Sora like goes to the dark side at the end of the game and is like the big bad?
I think that would be awesome if that happened.
I think it would be awesome too.
Let me ask you this question: do they ever explain what happened in the beginning? Why he's like just like staring out at the man in the ocean? And then like
Riku?
Yeah, like they just
not really. No.
Did you guys see there's somebody in the room named the Level Downer?
I did see it.
Somebody did it already. You started this, man. You started it. It's all your fault. No, you know what? No, they don't really ever say what that whole like dream sequence is about.
Because like he just wakes up and he's like, the darkness, the Heartless are here.
And he got some techno music.
Yeah, and they're
like it's like what?
Yeah, and they're like, let's go. You have to do this, and you're like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to do this? And then they're like, because you do. Let's go to the raft. And you're like, what? Like, do they ever explain any of this?
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I question all these things. Like, why are they
Hold on a minute.
Does the mom beat him? Like, what is going on with the beginning of this game?
They have to leave because they're getting too old.
What happened to Tidus, Waka, Selphie, all these kids on Destiny Island? Did they all go to different Disney worlds when Destiny Island was destroyed? Did it all get fragmented and like spread apart? Like, what happened?
I don't know. I'm asking you what happened. So wait a minute. You just go through this whole game, and they're never like, this is why the Heartless came.
No, I'm not. They definitely get into the origin of the Heartless, the origin of the darkness itself. No, they do.
And do they tell you why they came to your island? And why you were chosen?
It's been a while since I played Kingdom Hearts.
Did they tell you why you were chosen, Eric?
The thing is, it's interesting. You're going to get further into Kingdom Hearts 1, and you might find out that Sora isn't necessarily the chosen one. But I don't want to say anything more than that.
Okay, but there will be some answers.
Yes.
Cool.
The thing is, this is a trilogy. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the end of it all, so we're still waiting on our answers. We might find out Mickey might be the bestiality father of Sora. We might find it out.
Oh my god. What if it's all just nonsense?
It already is. To be honest with you, that game is nonsense.
It's straight nonsense, but it's fun. But it's straight nonsense.
Okay.
I'm really excited to get into the second one because from what I hear, it's just better.
If you want nonsense, the second one is where it really
I just want a little bit better combat. That's all I'm after.
It does get better.
Cool.
It definitely does. All right, that was Plot Hole Assholes. We answered nothing, as usual.
Nope, sure didn't.
No answers to anything. We still don't know if the mom of Sora is dead or alive, or if she has any importance, if she beat Sora, and that's why they were running away.
Yeah.
No idea. We will never know. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 will answer it for us.
God. I hope this Level Downer turns out to be like somebody awesome.
Somebody already banned him for something he said. I don't know what.
That's great. Damn. All right. Well, that's a shame. All right. Moving on. Now we can get back into the level update. Let's keep it going, guys.
Oh,
Baywatch.
It's
Baywatch.
Was that Baywatch?
That was Baywatch.
I don't know what that was. That was weird.
I never heard of Baywatch.
Oh, don't you feel forever and always, I'm always here. Yeah!
That's so good. Every time you impress me.
I get better every time.
Yeah, you sure do.
If you guys don't know, Delay Watch is our
update
on the most recent delayed game, because you pretty much get one every week at this point.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
This week, XCOM is the delayed game. XCOM 2, to be specific. Here's what they had to say over there. Hello, XCOM fans. We want to give you an update on the release date for XCOM 2. We've set a high bar for the sequel, and the entire team has been working hard to make sure we deliver a great follow-up to Enemy Unknown. We just need a little more time to make it the best possible game. With XCOM 2, we want to have more depth, more replayability, and more investment in your soldiers. And this extension will give us time we need to deliver on our promise to you. We appreciate your patience and continued support as we move forward towards February. Good luck, Commander, the XCOM 2 dev team. You all right there?
Team Mater Show says, are you in a rock band?
Could I be? Am I that good?
I think so.
All right. Nice. No disappointment here because I don't give two shits about XCOM. But
No, me neither.
did you even play it? It was on PlayStation Plus at one point.
Never got into it. I looked at it. I was like, that looks cool. It looks like way too much for me to learn how to play, though. And I just didn't.
It's intimidating looking.
Yeah.
There's something about it that scares me.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of detail. It seems like you have to pay attention to those stats and where to put this guy and this will happen. I'm like, too much.
Yeah.
I want to have fun when I'm playing. I'm not trying to like learn how to like construct these like crazy war strategies.
Yeah. I'm not trying to become a real life
right.
commander.
I understand. Like, here's some aliens.
I'm here to blow shit up.
Yeah, like here's your gun. These are the bad guys. Do it. I'm like,
Shoot this way.
got it, dude. Don't even worry about it.
I can do that. No problem there. All right. Let's move forward a little faster now. Let's get it back into the level update. All right. So, Michael Fassbender. We finally have our first look at him in the Assassin's Creed costume.
The Fass. I did see this.
Actually, you shared this, I think.
I did, yeah. I was going to say,
Isn't this another game that you don't really care about at all?
Don't
This game series?
Don't like it at all. Oh, shit. Did I move too far forward? We're talking about Boss Key first, actually.
Yeah, we're talking about...
There we go. Yep, I moved too far forward. Let's start with Boss Key Games and Cliff Bleszinski. Announced a new game called Lawbreakers. I was wondering when he was finally going to announce this because we knew about Boss Key Games for a while. They announced the studio. Finally get to know what they've been working on. IGN's Luke Carmali writes, Cliff Bleszinski has revealed the first details about his upcoming free-to-play arena shooter, previously known as Project Blue Streak. At the heart of the shooter are three pillars: guns, gangs, and gravity. Lawbreakers is set years after a cataclysmic event called the Shattering. That totally sounds like something a video game would have script-wise. The Shattering. Rock the world. Humanity interfering with the world caused gravity to go haywire with seas churning and earth cracking. So that's a kind of a cool setup there for what you have after that. Rather than taking place in the post-apocalyptic wasteland that followed, however, Lawbreakers will be set after everything has been rebuilt and humanity has moved on. The one key difference is that gravity is still completely messed up, meaning jetpacks, gravity fields, grappling hooks, and more will play a huge role in the game, where verticality was a major focus for the team. Bleszinski stressed, quote, "You won't want to be on the ground." That's pretty cool. Although it sounds like, why are they focusing so much on the lore in this game, the story, when it really doesn't sound like it has anything to do with that?
Right.
It's just an arena free-to-play shooter.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Cliff Bleszinski is a little bit too confident in himself.
I think most people would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't dislike him, but he definitely is a little full of himself.
He's definitely full of himself, and I think he's really like underestimating like how easy it is to like get a hit. If there's anything, I think I'm wording this wrong, but like it's not that easy to just be like, this game's gonna be a hit.
It's got my name on it.
Like like Gears was something people clung to. It's not going to be that way every time. That had a lot to do with
the Microsoft marketing machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be that way every time, and I think he doesn't realize that.
I will say he's got an awesome studio name. I love Boss Key Games as a
that's a cool name.
That's really cool. He did have a few more things to say. A variety of weapons will be available, including energy guns. The gang aspect comes as all of the world's criminals band together into one massive faction called the Breakers, after the Shattering, to traffic narcotics and benefit from this new world order. In response, all the world's law agencies also pool their resources to fight back, so it's the law versus the Breakers. Get it? Lawbreakers. Get it? All right. So we'll have to wait and see where that goes, how that turns out. But
yeah, I personally could not give 1 ounce of a shit about that game.
Wow, not even 1 ounce, and there's 16 ounces in a pound, guys.
A single ounce.
Yeah.
Yep. Just don't care. Not enough room in my brain for another shooter. You know what I mean? Too many.
Oh man, it's already 11:30. We gotta move it. Go ahead, Dean. You're up.
Cool. Konami is pulling 31 games from the App Store. Good news.
Yep.
IGN writes, Konami has announced that it will be closing down 31 premium games and apps on iOS in Japan next month. According to GamesIndustry.biz, the English versions will not be affected, although only some of the 31 games have actually been released in English. However, we did recently learn a number of Konami mobile products being closed in Europe starting from September 19th. The termination of the Japanese games will begin on September 10th. The list includes the likes of Metal Gear Solid Touch and Silent Hill: The Escape.
Good move, Konami. Good move.
Great move.
Yeah. Just keep digging that hole, Konami. Just keep making yourself more and more or less gamer focused, because we don't give a shit about you anymore. They were the ones that fired Kojima, and just everybody hates them now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're screwing themselves so hard.
never going to hear from them again after this game comes out.
Tuesday is the end of Konami for me.
Yeah.
I buy that game.
I don't think it's
the
just
last
for you.
$60 I ever give them. The last cent I ever give them. After that,
is this game fully Kojima?
He finished it. It's totally Kojima. The only thing that's not Kojima is the cover art because they removed his name from it. It's still totally his game, and it's reviewing like a masterpiece. It's his swan song. So there's nothing wrong there. What's up?
Oh, okay,
the level downer one.
It's Brad. Brad, everybody knows it's you. You can stop now. Moving on.
How do you know it's Brad?
I know it's Brad.
Just the way he writes.
It's Brad.
Yeah, it's Brad.
I agree. The guy types, and then he's like, oh, he's back again. Then Brad types, and then it's Brad. It's Brad.
Bradley, you are the worst, man. You're the worst.
It's Bradley.
You are definitely not a mastermind. Please never try and become a real-life supervillain. All right. Anthony, you're up with the final story on Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Which kind of feeds into our topic later on Collector's Editions.
Rise of the Tomb Raider Collector's Edition revealed.
Yeah.
IGN's Luke Carmali writes, Square Enix has announced the Rise of the Tomb Raider Collector's Edition. The bundle is available exclusively via the Square Enix eStore and the official Tomb Raider store, and is currently only confirmed for the Xbox One edition. Alongside the game are a variety of goodies, including a 12-inch statue of Lara.
Yep.
A steelbook case for the game, a model of the jade necklace that was her first archaeological discovery, and a replica of Lara's journal.
That's a tough word.
Yeah, archaeological. Oh, God.
I'll give it to you. That's a tough word. Yeah, we were talking about this in the chat. The price is what's kind of a little bit alarming here. $150.
Way too high.
You get the statue, you do get the necklace, you get the steel book, but in the end, you're probably putting out about $70 to $80 for the statue.
Yeah.
Is the statue worth $70 to $80?
No, and the statues that come, I love them. I buy them for certain things. I bought, like we had said, about 2 of the Batman ones. 3, I bought. The only one I didn't get was Asylums. I got Cities, Origins, and Arkham Knight's Collector's Editions. The statues are always cool. They're never like something like this, like of high quality. You know what I mean? They're always very like hollow, kind of cheap. Like it's just way too much.
There it is on the screen if you guys want to see it. You got the statue there. You got the steel book. You can't really see the necklace. It's cut off. But then you also have like the box for it, like a journal. All that stuff is cheap though. What you're really paying for is the statue.
Yeah.
And so really, it's probably like $75.
It doesn't look too bad.
It's a nice looking statue.
No, it's nice. Yeah.
It has a good likeness and everything like that. It's too expensive. Like we were just talking about, Arkham Knight had a beautiful statue with it. Came with the steel book, came with an art book, comic, all this kind of stuff. $100.
When I was in New York with Glickman, we went into a shop with all the a comic shop with all the statues and stuff. And I'm sorry, I know that I'm probably gonna offend some people, some of your viewers, but I saw the anime statues, like the female anime statues where the wearing next to no clothing, and I thought to myself, I cannot believe that people buy this stuff. They're there are men all over the States
with you, man.
Who have these creepy barely clothed anime statues all over their bedroom or something. Good. I'm like, this is not
good.
It's not good.
It's not good,
especially for empowering women. It's a big giant leap backwards. I'm 100% with you. Yeah. In fact, Jen, every time she sees anything I'm doing that has women in it, which is always something superhero, video game related, she's like, "Why do they do this?" And I'm like, "I know it's bad. It's bad."
Have you ever seen the male superheroes where they're transformed into female superhero clothing and stuff like that, where they're wearing next to nothing?
I don't think so.
Superman wearing absolute just ridiculous stuff that shows off way too much and stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's something that we need to grow out of eventually.
Yeah.
I did give 300 XP to the chat room because we hit our follow goal a while ago, actually. We're at 7139 now, so just 11 more follows at this point. I'll give another 300 XP to the chat room. Keep those follows coming. There's another one from Tompas. I'm not sure how to say that. Tompas Way? We also have Cyber Ninja, Big Jim, Boogie, Shag, Winky Chow, Charlie, Die Hard Major, and many more. Keep the follows coming,
I like
guys.
Winky Chow.
Winky Chow's a good one. I like Winky Chow.
Can I tell you, I absolutely hate reading this. I'm dreading a last name that I cannot.
That's the best part.
Oh yeah, you just gotta push through, man.
What was the one you said earlier? Like Horschburger.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Just that's the kind of stuff I want to hear.
That had me laughing pretty hard.
All right, let's open up the Skype lines, guys. We'll take one call on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. There's the banner if you need it. We'll take one call, and if we don't get one in a minute or so, we're going to have to move on because we're falling a little bit behind tonight. If you don't know, this is a Game Dedicated Talk Show on every Sunday. We got a lot of follows on Twitch, but don't forget we're also on Twitter. We're on YouTube, where we have exclusive shows like Power Up, but also archives of all of our live Twitch shows. We've got Patreon if you want to best support the network. You can sub on Twitch, if you guys didn't know, for $5 a month, and you're going to get exclusive access to subscriber-only chat during the last 20 minutes of the show. That's tonight. That'll happen. We got one sub tonight from Blood Splatter. Thank you so much for that. It's really cool.
Looks like Bradley got himself in a little bit of trouble with the whole level downer thing.
He got himself into trouble.
Yeah, like it looked like Mike was gonna ban him or something, or was threatening to ban him if he did anything again.
I don't think he was serious.
I doubt it. Bradley's been around way too long.
Yeah.
We understand Bradley at this point. We understand his maniacal ways. Let's take this call from Paul. And Bradley's calling in, but we got to take Paul first. Welcome, Paul, to the show. Hey, Paul, can you hear me? Maybe his mic's not working.
Are you eating your microphone, Paul?
Paul.
Are there small rabbits in your apartment, Paul?
You got about 15 seconds, Paul.
Please, Paul.
Paul, come in, Paul.
Please, Paul, please.
Paul!
Paul, why won't you talk to us? Paul.
He's gone. He's gone, guys. He's gone. That was totally Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, I love that.
What does he say in that, though?
I can't
Where Woody sounded just like that.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, I think when they're driving away,
so many
right?
good lines in that movie.
Yeah. You are a toy. You are an action figure.
Yeah,
you are a child's plaything.
You are a sad man, or sad little man, and you have my pity.
Yeah, all right, let's try Bradley then.
That movie rocks.
Bradley's just going to say how he's not level downer.
Brad, don't even deny it.
Don't deny it, Brad.
I don't care anymore. It wasn't even me. Well, everyone thinks it's me, but it's not.
It's not you, really?
I promise it's not me.
Interesting.
It's just because... I give up. If they think it's me, they're fine. I don't care.
Brad, are you okay, man?
It's not serious, Brad.
I love that this turned into a big thing already.
Bradley, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Brad.
I wasn't doing anything.
Brad,
wild.
Brad, look me in the eyes through the screen. Are you the level downer?
No.
Interesting. Interesting.
Filthy liar.
The plot thickens, guys. The plot thickens. All right, Brad. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it.
Oh, my God. It's so good.
All right. Thank you for calling, Brad. Level up.
I'm just saying that if he does come back, it's not me. I promise you, but Mike won't ban me, knowing him.
Mike, you're going to get shot.
Oh, man.
Talk shit, get shot, as they say.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Mike, you will be on my agenda.
Oh, God. Don't do it. Don't do it, Brad. Don't do it. All right, man. We got to move on. Thanks for calling in. No, level up.
What? I was going to say something.
Oh, you are. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say something. You just didn't find it.
You could
Level
be,
downer
Brad,
comes back, Brad gets banned.
Brad, think about how you could be saying it all right now. Just think about it. You can say whatever you want right now.
Yeah, that game that you just
You did it.
that was delayed, I'm not even interested either.
That was XCOM.
Yeah, I don't really care about XCOM, to be honest.
Brad, you have a really awesome privilege right now.
Ooh.
You usually get to thank our followers, but we just got another subscription. You want to give a thank you to Moofy?
Or are you too
Thank
busy
you,
typing
Moofy,
on your other
for
chat
the sub.
handle?
Thank you, Moofy. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Moofy.
Thank you, Moofy.
That's great.
You're kind of breaking up a little too much right now, Brad, but we're going to believe you. We agree XCOM does not interest it at all. You're awesome. We apologize. Level up.
Level up, guys.
Level up.
All
Or
right.
level down.
Or level down. We're getting a lot of calls, but we have to move on, guys. We'll have one more Skype segment after the final level update. So let's move on and try and stay ahead of things here. Another follow as well. Thank you for the follow from Capped Gamers or Capped Games. All right. So now we can talk about Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, the Mikey Fast, as I call him.
We can't
We're
see
good
it.
friends.
Let me put this up on the screen for you guys. There you go. There's Michael Fassbender as a new character, actually, for the Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Yahoo writes, meet Michael Fassbender as Callum Lynch in Assassin's Creed, based on the massively popular and prolific video game series of the same name. Creed is set to open in theaters December 21st, 2016. Let's put up on the big screen. There you go. Before hardcore Creed gamers start scratching their heads and filling up the comments about how exactly Callum Lynch fits into the game world, we can tell you that Fassbender's character was created specifically for the film version. The movie isn't retelling any of the existing Creed games, but rather introducing new characters into the same world. Lynch discovers he is a descendant of the secret assassin society through unlocked genetic memories that allow him to relive the adventures of an ancestor, Angular, in 15th century Spain. After gaining incredible knowledge and skills, he's poised to take on the oppressive Knights Templar in the present day. That's similar to the game, right? Templars and all that good stuff?
Oh, yeah, always.
Okay. And finally, also starring Marion Cotillard, Michael Kenneth Williams, and Ariane Labed. Cameras start rolling on Creed this Monday, probably actually this past Monday, I bet. Filming is set to happen in Malta, London, and Spain.
Oh my God, I'm surprised Marion Cotillard is getting work after that death scene in The Dark Knight Rises.
A lot of people make fun of
it. Holy shit, dude.
Crap.
That's so bad. I just watched that.
She's a good actress, too. So
I
weird.
know.
How do you tell? Well, no, first of all, that isn't entirely her fault. I mean, Christopher Nolan is a good director.
Yeah, Nolan should have looked at that scene and been like, let's do one more.
Who goes with that shot?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she can't see what she looks like.
Yeah.
She's
until
like,
she sees it.
She's just like...
So, like, nobody there. Like, Jen, we just watched this last week. It was on, like, FX or something. And Jen's like, nobody on the set was like, you maybe want to do that again.
You might want to retake that shot.
I was like, I know, it really is so
one
bad.
person that saw her do this?
Yeah, dude.
And said
straight up, it's like,
do you think there's ever been, like, an actor or actress on the set of a film who's, like, done a scene, and they felt like they absolutely killed that scene, and then the director was like, that was garbage.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We need you to do it completely different.
I know in video games, it's kind of a spoiler alert, the opening to The Last of Us has that traumatic scene, that tragedy that happens at the beginning. And the guy who plays Joel in that, his name is Troy Baker, he did it the first time. And they actually have footage of it, and he goes all in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is crying and, like, screaming, and he's like, I nailed that shit. They made him do it 25 more times.
Yeah.
And because they wanted him to disconnect.
It got bad. He started getting arguments with the game's creator. He's like, are you fucking serious?
Because him and the little girl are emotionally, they're sobbing tears because they're doing the scene over and over, like trying to get into this tragedy, and they're just doing it over and over and over. And Neil Druckmann's like, again.
Have you guys ever seen the footage of the Royal Tenenbaums movie or whatever?
Yes.
Like behind the scene where the director, I can't remember the name of that director.
He's a dick.
He's the one who did Silver Linings Playbook. Yeah. He's the director who did like those movies. But he calls, I can't remember her name, the actress's name, like Lily Tomlin, I think. He calls her like the C word and stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna use the word, but he calls her like the C word and like, oh, he's like going off on her, man.
He is an asshole. He made George Clooney flip. And we all know George Clooney is like the nicest guy in the world. Every time you hear about George Clooney, it's how he's just the most down-to-earth, cool, funny guy. He's on the set of Three Kings with whatever, I can't remember his name. And there's a scene that got real heated,
I think I heard
and
about that
the director put his hand around George Clooney's throat and pinned him up against a wall, and essentially strangling him. George Clooney fucking went nuts.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, you don't put your hand on somebody's throat.
You don't put your hand on George Clooney's
throat. No,
throat.
you don't.
More importantly, you don't put your hand on Batman's throat.
Yeah, the best Batman. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Whether he was bad or good, he was Batman.
I love how often he shit
apologizes for that.
Yeah, apologizes for that movie.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Dean, let's keep going here. You're up, man.
All right, what we got?
Short thing here.
Sony disables Twitch archiving of Until Dawn. Twitch support tweeted, using PS4 share to broadcast Until Dawn. The publisher has disabled archiving for this game. We've reached out to hopefully enable.
Here's the thing. I had no problem archiving.
Weird.
I was able to export it to YouTube. It's up there. I didn't get any copyright on it even. Nothing. Everything's good. So I don't know if they fixed it since then. If this was the case and Sony did do this, I understand why they did it. But at the same time, it's probably best to just suck it up and deal with it. Because this is the kind of game I wouldn't be surprised if somebody really goes out of their way to record every branching path and create YouTube annotations to allow you to pick the decisions and go to all these different videos where you don't even have to play the game.
Right.
You can watch it, interact with it on YouTube.
Yeah,
like
that's
I
crazy.
can see that happening, and I think Sony sees that happening because they've got a hit on their hands here. This game is the #1 most streamed Twitch game right now. Lyric or whatever his name is, that big guy on Twitch, he had 75,000 people watching him play this game.
That's insane, dude.
It's insane.
I didn't even realize that it was PS4 exclusive until you were streaming the other night.
It's doing really, really well, and it should. It is a really, really good game, and it's so great for streaming. It's the perfect streaming experience. So I'm really happy it's doing well, but Sony, Supermassive, if you're listening right now, I'm sure you are, just you gotta suck it up. I'm sorry. You're gonna lose some sales to this, I'm sure, but it's better than the backlash you would get if you don't allow archives of this game. So that's all I have to say about that. All right, Andy, you're up with the final story.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Can you say all the names in this?
Shovel Knight coming to Smash Brothers. NintendoLife.com writes, rumors regarding Shovel Knight's inclusion in the Super Smash Brothers roster have been doing the rounds for quite some time, but we've managed to unearth some fresh evidence which suggests that Yacht Club Games' famous character is indeed about to take a bow in Nintendo's famous fighter.
That's what I'm talking about.
We've been in touch with multiple sources within the video game retail sector, which we sadly can't name as it could lead to their dismissal, who claim that Shovel Knight is indeed about to make his Smash Brothers debut, and there will be an amiibo figure to accompany this grand event. If you cast your mind back a little, you'll recall that Nintendo recently held a ballot to decide which characters the public would like to see added to the game, and admitted that even non-Nintendo characters could be in the running. In our own poll, Shovel Knight came second. Yacht Club itself has been teasing a Megaton.
That's right. That's how you say it, Megaton.
Yeah.
It's true.
Reveal on its site this week, as well as promoting the upcoming Plague of Shadows DLC. A press release regarding the DLC seems to hint at exclusive content coming to Nintendo systems.
And last but not least, just a little quote there at the end. Oh, and here's the amiibo on the big screen if you need to say it.
I'm excited about playing as in Smash Brothers for sure.
Yeah, it's still a rumor.
Yeah,
still a rumor, but it makes sense.
I have not bought any DLC for that game, and I probably won't, but I would buy that.
We've heard the cries of bringing more exclusive content to Nintendo platforms. It might not be quite what you expect, but keep an eye out for another Megaton announcement soon.
It seems like that's where it's going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you probably predict that likelihood it will happen in Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, I think if it's gonna start happening.
He'll be an awesome character.
Yeah,
you could do so many cool things with him.
I don't really care for the amiibos at all. They're cool to collect. I don't have any myself because I'm just in too deep with Disney. But yeah. I would totally. I haven't bought, like I said, I haven't bought any downloadable packs for Smash, but I would grab that. He seems like he'd be really fun.
I want to see him in the game, and I want him seeing using the shovel to like dig up things on the map, like rubies and like weapons and weird shit just coming out of the levels that he digs up with the shovel. I just want to see all that.
Pretty well detailed little thing.
Yeah, the amiibos are very well detailed, and so are the Disney Infinity ones, and so are the.
Yeah, they're all really well done.
Good. They're not cheap. They really aren't.
No, they're not.
Considering how small they are, they really aren't cheap. When we do have one extra story I added in today with the Final Fantasy 15 active time report, and also the video associated with it is brand new. This shows off the car traveling that they showed off today. So here's a summary of all the news that we got out of PAX Prime. The release year is 2016. They are confirming that once again, but they are also saying that the full release date specifically will be revealed in a special Square Enix event in March. So not too far to wait, I guess. That'll happen early next year. We'll find out the actual release date. I'm guessing it'll be holiday 2016. That makes the most sense. I wouldn't expect it earlier than that. The video here showing in progress development. Noctis can wield guns. You see in this demo a revolver specifically. He can, him and his party can also wield shields alongside their swords, something that we've never seen before. Core, a character that we haven't seen in gameplay yet, he uses a katana. And there's a new samurai enemy that they showed off at one point. It also is like a very dark, like kind of shadow character. There's magic effects, combat with aerial enemies, and games menu that you finally saw in the active time report, and some new concept art of a lot of different locations. Really just looks gorgeous, this game. I can't wait to see some of these locations actually in game, to see how they actually made it reality. There's an in-game version of Alticia that will rival the pre-rendered version. If I remember right, Alticia is the huge kingdom surrounded by water that has these massive waterfalls. And if they can really take the CGI and make that look like that in-game, I'll be blown away. Leviathan summon is a female. Summons will also have their own personalities, it says. Ramuh and other summons are involved in creation of the game world. More info on Luna, Chocobos, and fishing minigames, the most exciting news of all, fishing minigames, will be at TGS. Extended Gamescom Dawn trailer will be shown at Tokyo Game Show. New Kame Outpost was shown near ocean, can seamlessly get on boats. That's huge news. There's going to be boats in this. Boat will travel across the ocean in real time, but you won't have direct control of the boat. That's the sad news. More of a one-way trip instead of one full sea exploration. It's not like an airship where you just go wherever you want. There's a new driving gameplay video, which I'm showing right now. You can choose between auto drive or manual drive. That's what's showing off. And finally, you can run out of gas and have to get out of the car to push to the nearest gas station. And there's various views, cockpit, chase cam, etc. for the car when you're traveling. So that's really cool. Strife Girl, if you want to call in about that, I would love it. So let's open up the Skype lines. Call in right now on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces, if you want to talk about any of the stories we just discussed. And also, thank you to these follows. First off, thank you once again, Moofy.
Sorry.
You all right there?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Go on.
What happened?
Nothing.
We got two subscriptions tonight. We got a subscription from Blood Splatter and another one from Moofy. We got follows from Timo, Sean Lover, Stormfall, Axel, Cap Games, Asaral, Tempest Way, and more. We're getting a call now from Tempest. Hey, Will. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. I'm putting up your video right now. First time ever getting your video in here.
Yeah, I don't normally do video.
Well, we're glad that you are, man. It's nice to see you. Or are you trying to hide it? Do you want to?
Oh, okay. Just a second. Sorry about that, guys. There. Is that better?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah,
you're
what's
good,
up, man? It's nice to see your face.
Yeah, I know. I'm an old fart, so what do you expect?
Nah, dude, you're good.
We love getting a little bit of an older demographic on the show. Instead of the 13 to 25 range that we typically get.
It's nice to have the range. I just like talking to everybody about it.
Makes us feel like we broke through to a larger demographic.
We really did something here.
So what's going on, Willie? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Actually, I was gonna talk about something else, but I actually want to talk about the Final Fantasy because that's the first time I've actually seen the video.
It just released today, so I'm not surprised. There's even more than that you can find online that shows non-car travel stuff. There's a little bit of new gameplay stuff showing off this new dragon-type enemy, serpent enemy. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, it looks really good, and every time I tend to see more stuff of that stuff, it's starting to look really, really good. So,
do you believe that it could release next year, or are you kind of skeptical on that?
I'm still skeptical, but I have a feeling it is going to be late. It will be late 2016.
That's my guess at this point. I really thought it was going to be a 2017 game, but after they said it at the last convention at Gamescom, and now at PAX, they're reiterating that and even saying that they're going to have an official specific release date announced in March. It seems like they do have a plan to this that they want to stick to, and they're kind of committing themselves to that.
Yep. And I'm looking really forward to it. So, actually, I was going to mention also, I probably mentioned it last week, but actually, I got my tickets today. I'm actually going to get a chance to see Nolan North and Troy Baker next weekend at a conference going. I've actually got the tickets, so hopefully I'm going to be filming it a little bit and stuff like that. So, are
you going to be getting up close and personal, able to shake their hand?
Yeah, up close and personal. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm looking really forward to meeting both of them. So,
and you're going to be dressing up as Fallout characters for this?
Yeah. Actually, I can show you my mask. So
yeah, man.
You can see that. There's my mask that I'm working on right now.
And yeah, you made that, right? That was all you?
Yes, I did. Yeah. And I'm not going to plug my YouTube thing, whatever, but it's on there anyways.
Tempest, are you kidding me, man? You've been watching this for how long? You can plug your YouTube. Go ahead, plug your YouTube.
Well, just go to Tempest Moriarty on YouTube and take a look. I'm going to be filming all the stuff next week when I go to the show. And hopefully, I talk to a lot of cosplay stuff. I usually do a lot of, this is the first time I've actually cosplayed myself. I'm dressing up as well as my kids. So yeah, just check me on Tempest Moriarty. It's the same name I use for on here. So
no,
anyway.
What has your kid dressed up as? What is your favorite of all the things that you've dressed up with your kid for?
Me personally, this is the first time I've done stuff like this. Last year, my son was dressed up as Carl from the Walking Dead.
Okay.
And a lot of people seem to really like that. But this year we're going as because I have my two boys. We're going as the Fallout characters. My son's going as the Pit Boy, and I have another character that works at the Nuka-Cola plant. With my other son. So.
That's really cool, man. It's cool that you're able to share that with your children.
Oh no, that's okay. I enjoy it, and they love it. And we're actually staying. If people, I can tell people. I'm not sure where everybody's from, but if they're in the Toronto area, they can go to Fan Expo next weekend because it's not just video games. It's also comic books. It's also movie related, horror related. It's actually kind of a combination of everything kind of thrown into one. And it's a really good, cool weekend, especially if you're into any of that kind of genre. So
sure. Yeah.
Tempest, what is your actual YouTube link? YouTube.com/what? I can't find it.
It's Tempest Moriarty.
I think it's spelled exactly how it's spelled on Twitch.
It's exactly how it's spelled here, guys. Yep.
I think you have like a 0 in there, right?
No. Yeah. That one I have a 0, but it's spelled the real way. So.
Okay.
Okay.
If somebody could find that, or if you want to post it yourself,
I know Guitar Freak actually just subbed me the other day, so which I appreciated. So
somebody just share that link, please, so that people can check out Tempest's channel, and everybody, please subscribe to Tempest. He does really cool stuff.
I really appreciate it, guys, and thanks very much.
No problem. Thanks for calling in. It's really cool to see your face finally.
Finally, okay. Have a good night, guys.
You too, man.
Level up.
Is it Davidson? Oh, it's David. You should tell people it's Davidson, man. I don't know why, but your link is youtube.com/iDavidson11.
Okay.
And then your name is Tempest Moriarty, but you have to change your actual link. So you can do that in your settings. You can change it to youtube.com/Tempest Moriarty. So I'll post your link in the chat for everybody to go check out.
Okay, I'll take one more call. We are getting another call from Johnny. We're getting two Johnnies here. Johnny? But I'm Johnny. I said that before. Do you guys remember where that's from?
I remember you saying it before.
The Little Giants.
Little Giants, yeah. I'm Johnny.
Johnny.
Okay, let you guys vote on this. We've got Johnny Gat and we've got Jonathan Tong.
Okay.
Who are we going with?
Johnny Gat or Jonathan Tong?
Johnny Gat or Jonathan Tong?
I'm a little partial to Johnny Gat myself.
All right, Johnny Gat it is. Oh, and Melly Chan is. Oh man, we're getting so many calls, and I don't know if I can take them all.
Mel.
Johnny was first. I gotta take Johnny.
I changed my vote. I'm just saying. I changed my vote.
Johnny, welcome to the show. Johnny, are you there?
Nope, Johnny's not there. We gotta take Mel.
Johnny, sweep the leg. No, all right. Let's take this call from. Oh, Mel, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Mel? Call back in, Mel. We're gonna take one more call.
Oh. How old is Mel?
She's in her 20s, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not sure exactly. You don't ask a girl's age.
No, that's a good man.
You never do that. You don't do that. Let me thank some follows while we wait for Mel to call back. We got Blessed Soul, My D, Down Your Throat. I'm not going to say the whole thing. We got Tem05, Sean Lover, and more. And I think Melly Chan might be calling now. No, she's not. We got Jonathan Tong calling back. I'm going to have to go Jonathan Tong. Let's try Johnny. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing very well. What do you want to talk about tonight, John?
I just wanted to bring something up which I noticed in recent weeks now, or shall I say recent hours, that starting tomorrow starting on Tuesday, September 1st, we'll be seeing something I like to refer to as the start of the fall gaming rush. So, starting with Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, and Mad Max.
It's a good fall. There was a lot of delays, but it's still pretty good.
So I was wondering what you guys think about it. I mean, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate in October, Call of Duty in November, and so forth.
John, I would say...
Are we seeing a huge crowd of AAA titles that people are willing to buy and so forth?
I would say for me, it's definitely Metal Gear. That's been my most anticipated game for a very, very long time, and especially since Uncharted was delayed until next year, Metal Gear totally takes all my attention at this moment. What about you, Dean? What are you most anticipating for this fall?
Why would you ask me a question like that?
I can answer it for you.
Tell me it.
It's Assassin's Creed Syndicate or Battlefront.
Yeah, both of those sound real fun.
And
I don't
Halo
know,
5.
dude. I know. Halo sounds really good. I'm really excited for the Uncharted collection. I'm really excited for Need for Speed.
Oh my god, you got a lot on your plate.
Tell me about it.
Are you going to get all those?
Yeah, eventually.
Wow, I don't have the money for that.
Eventually. Not at all at once.
Okay.
Like, some of these will probably, like, drift over into the summer.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I can't get everything.
How about you, Anthony? What are you most anticipating this fall?
I have nothing that I'm anticipating, honestly.
How can you not be anticipating anything? I mean, there's so many good games coming out here this fall.
It's just that Anthony's not a big gamer.
Yeah, The Walking Dead coming back. That'll be cool.
You're a TV movies guy, so it doesn't really count for you. How about you, John? What are you most anticipating?
Okay, for me, well, honestly, I can't really decide. I am looking forward to Destiny the Taken King coming out on the 15th of September. It looks like a really good expansion. I like what Bungie is doing in order to rebalance the game and make it more MMO-like compared to how it originally played out last year when it first came out on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and so forth.
How do you feel about Nolan North as the voice of Ghost now?
Yes, also because of Nolan North being the new voice of Ghost, which in a way does seem to give me memories of Nolan North playing the Adventure Core in Portal 2, in case you don't remember.
Yeah, you're right. I could definitely understand why you would think that. I get C-3PO vibes.
3PO?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like he's doing a C-3PO impression.
Yeah, he does in a way, or he's just trying to channel his inner Peter Dinklage, if you ask me.
See, I think he sounds a good deal different than Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, I do too.
Also, he pretty much sounds almost like he's trying to emulate Peter Dinklage.
Really?
In a sense. Well, maybe channeling some C-3PO, if I'm guessing correctly.
It's interesting because it's so split on that. Like, I've been on NeoGAF and whatnot, and people are talking about the voice, and there's definitely like a half they're like, that sounds exactly like Peter Dinklage. Like, why are they even changing it? And then the other half is me, like, that sounds totally
different. It doesn't
different.
sound anything like Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, but
that's not even disputable.
But it's not like I'm clearly right on this because it is pretty split half and half. There's a ton of people saying that they think it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's confusing for me. But, you know.
Well, you know, as they would say, it doesn't matter whose voice it is in the end. All that matters is that you're just playing the game just solely for the sole purpose of shooting aliens in the face. That's
right. I think you got it right.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Blow shit up.
Blow shit up.
Blow shit up.
And, of course, kill Atheon.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
And, of course, killing Atheon and Crota and all that other stuff.
Well, he's getting deep in the lore.
He's getting deep into the lore now. Okay, so besides Destiny, if you had one game, just one game to pick right now, what's the other one you're getting this year?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I tried the beta. I totally loved it. And from what I hear, they're going to announce that Activision is going to be releasing a Nuketown map for pre-orders for Black Ops 3 sometime around tomorrow.
I understand, man. The beta was pretty fun.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm excited for it. If there wasn't so many other great things coming, I'd be like, sweet Call of Duty. But like, it's just another Call of Duty for me, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just personally, I'm not a Call of Duty.
But I'm not trying to diminish your excitement at all. It was a great beta. Everybody else seemed to really enjoy it. It's just me.
I don't think it's so much FPS fatigue. It's Call of Duty fatigue.
Yeah, I play a lot of FPS shooters, and like I play a lot of Call of Duty. I'm just off it right now.
Well, I can totally understand why some people are usually burned out by the latest Call of Duty, given the fact they're literally borrowing elements from Titanfall and Destiny and so forth.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think that it's making its own in ways, and I think it's going to do well for them. I'm excited to see how it's recepted. Is that a word?
It is a really big moneymaker for Activision.
Received?
I guess it's just received.
No, I'm pretty sure recepted is a word.
John, thank you for being a first-time caller, man. Are you a new viewer?
Actually, I've been a viewer for quite some time now, and I also work as an associate writer for Game Distiller Productions. We're currently partnered with Wiki Game Guide, so
that's cool.
You can check out some of my writing and so forth at game-distiller.com.
Game-distiller.com, guys. John, that's really cool, man. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, no problem.
Level up.
Level up.
Level up. Or down.
No, never down. Only up. All right,
okay.
We've got to move on. I know, Mel, maybe we can get a call from you later, but we got to move on. We still have two more things to get through. We got another segment, and then we got topic of the week, and I do want to talk a little bit about that. First, let's do on the spot, guys.
Darn you.
Mel, I'm sorry. We got to wait to call you. We're going to get into on the spot first. Or trailer of the week first. Shit. Hold on. We got trailer of the week first. This show is insane tonight. All right. We might have to skip some of this trailer because it's the MGS launch trailer and it's long. This is Hideo Kojima's final trailer ever.
A Hideo joint.
Hideo joint. Yeah, because he makes these trailers. He's really into editing trailers and whatnot. So this is a strange moment for me. It's like I'm never gonna see another trailer like this from him. Sad. And he did the right thing here. He decided not to focus on Phantom Pain so much. He focused on the lineage of the series, like seeing Metal Gear Solid 1. We're gonna get copyrighted for this, probably.
This is a weird song choice, I gotta say.
You think so?
Weird.
It's totally Metal Gear, though. This is Quiet State.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Well, sometimes you feed on a tree frog.
Yes. Did somebody say that in the chat room, or do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
sometimes you feed on a cheap frog.
It was awful.
That's Metal Gear
Awful.
Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Awful lyrics.
We're totally taking away from the emotion right now.
We sure are.
You should be soaking this in, guys. This is it. This is the last ever Hideo Kojima Metal Gear Solid. Take it in.
Oh, I mean,
You're
just
gonna
choking
cry?
to death.
Are you okay?
Really bad acid indigestion. What a weird mood, dude.
Yeah, I'm in a silly mood.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert. For pretty much all the Metal Gear games. Don't cry, guys. This Drive Girl. It's tough. I'll be completely honest. I'm gonna get ripped apart, but I did get a little teary-eyed watching this the first time.
It's just so. It's just.
Oh, I bawled like a baby at the end of the Star Wars trailer when Han said Chewie we're home. I was like,
That's different, dude.
yeah, that was a mess.
This is what's really interesting is seeing this transformation he makes at the end here. It almost looks like he's transforming into the villain, Skullface.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if Skullface is real, if it's the same person, or if it's just metaphorical.
I feel like the spoilers for Phantom Pain are going to be like on such high alert.
It's such confusing games, though.
Yeah, they can be pretty confusing. Alright, that's where I'm going to end it. There is more to it, but I can't. I just can't. I can't handle it. It's too much.
It just seems like such a. It's like so like over the top and like kind of silly.
Oh, it definitely
is. Oh, it's always been that way.
It
That's
seems
always
like a
been Metal
weird
Gear.
thing to make people emotional, but I think I just feel that way because like I'm not into it.
You don't you just, Solid Snake specifically, and now Big Boss, you really become attached to these characters and how they've been really manipulated and abused by the government that they serve.
Okay.
And it's a tragic story for both of them, especially Big Boss, I would say, what he becomes, what he turns into, how he goes to the dark side. But yeah, I think if you played them all, you would understand why it does get very emotional.
Yeah.
And especially because Hideo Kojima, you become so attached with the way he's made these games, so it makes it even more emotional knowing that he's gone now. All right, so now we can get to the on the spot, finally.
Receptive is not a word, by the way. It's not.
Receptive is a word. Receptive is not.
Yeah, receptive is not a word.
All right, on the spot, guys. This is our segment where we take your fan submitted questions, hard-hitting questions. Let's see who this week is from. Dear the Level Up Show, if you could marry any video game character, who would it be and why? Sincerely, Pus-Filled Scab.
I know that guy.
I know that guy too. And if you guys want to submit questions for next week's show, just tweet at us at the Level Up Network, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces, with hashtag on the spots.
No
so,
spaces.
Dean, you get the shit end of the stick.
Wow.
You're always first.
All right.
Who is the one video game character that you would marry?
I'm browsing through a female video game character.
Oh, really? You see, you're lucky. You've got a computer to browse in front of you. I can't do that. I would mess up the show.
We gotta make the most of my tools.
Okay, we'll go with Anthony first then. You got a second here. Do you have any answer to
Well,
this?
I always thought it would be Princess Peach, but then somebody pointed out, like in like a bubble burst, that there was a possibility that Peach was always cheating.
Yeah.
On
this is so
Mario.
weird that we just talked about this on
weird.
our Plot Hole Assholes recently about how we think that Princess Peach is actually just a total bitch.
Let me save you from this answer so you can pick a better one. Peach is trifling, dude.
we decided that, and I really like the way Dean went about this. He's like, you know, Mario goes to the galaxy, and now he's all about a different lady, and he goes, Rosalina. Did you know that you did that?
Yeah.
Did you watch back?
Who was a Rosalina?
I don't even know if it was subconscious or whatnot, but you go, this little lady called Rosalina.
Yeah, curves are kicking.
Yeah, Rosalina has the curves. I would definitely not go with Princess Peach. I just have bad vibes from her.
If they're all standing in front of you,
something seems off.
Like,
So yeah, I don't know. Personally, I always thought Tifa was a super hottie.
Yeah.
And she's tough, and I like that.
She's
and
spunky in a
Lara,
way, yeah.
Lara Croft has obviously always been like a wet dream for every person. I mean,
I feel like
was like
her
one of the
new
first...
version is actually better because she's actually like a real life person now.
I like the new version, yeah.
As opposed to this caricature of
like
femininity.
pixels with boobs that she used to be.
Yeah, she can defend herself. She's more all around like a respectable human being.
She's respectable. She shotguns men in the face.
She sure does. I respect that.
I don't know. You'd have to rattle off some characters. I'm like spacing.
I feel like
right
I have
now.
to restrict myself to Final Fantasy.
You feel like you have to?
I have to.
You don't, but if you feel that way, you can.
I'll let you go first while I go through all the Final Fantasy
I don't know.
females.
You know, I'm looking through a bunch, dude, and like it's really sad to see like some dickwad got on me earlier about preaching feminism earlier on in the show. But, like,
right.
You know what?
What?
Get a hold of yourself. Like you got to talk about girls in video games because like the only way to change the lack of them is to talk about it.
Was he actually saying that like you shouldn't be promoting women
because
in
we
video
were
games?
talking about how like what were we talking about earlier
today?
There was some guy who was some pro gun, like big gun guy who like hated on us too. Like said something along the lines that we
yeah, great for him.
Well, you know what? I'm totally down on you. You can leave the show right now. If you are against women in video games and women within the video game industry,
I don't know if they're even still here.
We don't want you here.
It was the only comment I heard. We were talking about something about how like it's a shame because the girl's something, and they're like, great, you ruined the show, feminism.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, God forbid somebody defends women in video games that's not a woman.
That's the thing, is every single person that cares about equality to the point where they think men and women should be equal within the video game industry, that means that they're a feminist. That is the definition of a feminist, is that you want equality between the two.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So that's a different subject.
Well, we're frowned upon for that. But anyway, I'm looking around here, right, and I'm really liking Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite.
She's good.
She's a good one.
She's got that tight waist.
She's hot. She's super hot.
I don't want to bring this all down to
it's
the
not.
physical.
It's not.
Though.
She's super hot.
She's cute. That the girl
from
BioShock.
She's super hot.
Yeah.
Also, on the surface though, when you travel through that game without her, like she's just got this like real sense of like curiosity and like adventure, and she's also like super helpful. She's throwing you shells for your shotgun and stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I like her a lot.
She's strong too. She's a strong character, and by the end of the game, spoiler alert, she's basically God.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Like,
thanks for that. You just ruined the whole.
I like her a lot. My next go-to one. Unfortunately, I don't know why I get this impression, but I feel like she's probably a lesbian. Would be Femshep.
Femshep. Okay.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Femshep?
Elena, to not be Final Fantasy, has always had this thing for me.
That's a good choice.
I like Elena from Uncharted. I don't know what that's all about. No, I think I like her back and forth with Nate. I like how she can hold her own.
Yeah.
She saves Nate multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool. I like her a lot. And she is realistic. She feels like a real person.
Yeah.
To me. And I like that about her. To go in the other end, Final Fantasy, clearly not a real person. Very fantastical there. It's Tifa is one of them, but I feel like that is purely the physical there.
Mm-hmm.
Tifa is all about the physical.
For me? For you?
For me. Because the thing about Tifa is she's very much tomboyish.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I like a girl that can hold her own, but I'm not into the girls that are like real. Like,
yeah.
But the problem with Aeris and Tifa is Aeris is all like prim and proper.
Aeris is the other side,
like she's like complete opposite side.
I'm not
of the
restricting myself to Final Fantasy VII here, though. Here's the thing: I think Garnet from Final Fantasy IX, for some reason, I really, really like Garnet because she starts off as this prim, proper princess, totally annoying in a lot of ways. But as the game goes on, she becomes the queen. Spoiler alert! And she becomes this really, really strong character that like, and not in that Tifa tomboyish way. She's strong-willed, and I really like her character and the way she grows throughout the game. And I'm more into cute than hot and sexy.
Yeah, I feel
and Garnet is cute. I
always thought that Quistis was really hot.
Yeah, Quistis. You know, Final Fantasy has a lot of good-looking girls. But
Straight Girl said, "What about Bayonetta?"
No.
You know what? Bayonetta crossed my mind, but like,
I'm sorry.
I can't. I don't think we can handle Bayonetta.
She creeps.
It's a lot of women.
The way she
Bayonetta
moves,
would break you down, dude.
She just is. I'm sorry to say this. She comes off a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Oh,
she
yeah.
might be a little bit of that S word. If you know what I'm thinking right now.
Also, seems like she would be real into S&M.
Yes.
And I don't like violence.
That's
in
like
the bedroom.
What's her face
of
from
any
FF10
kind.
with all the belts and
Yeah,
stuff.
Lulu.
Yeah.
That's the other one. Totally in S&M.
Yeah, she freaked me out.
I watched
She's a little
50
too much.
Shades of Grey 2 weeks ago with Kristen, and I'll tell you right now, man.
I didn't see it.
Too many belts is a bad
I
scene.
have zero interest in that fetish.
Greg gave me a quick synopsis of that, and I just sat there and I was like, "So."
As I watched that movie, you could talk to Kristen about it. As it went on, the amount of SMH that was going on throughout that film.
Smack my head?
Shake my head, smack my head. I almost my head almost fell off.
I heard it was pretty rough.
It was terrible.
I didn't watch it. I don't know if I.
It was that hardcore, huh?
It wasn't about it being hardcore. It was just a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
Their abusive relationship that they have, right?
It's the acting. All they do throughout the entire movie is fly planes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, there's nothing to this relationship.
No.
There's no reason for this girl to be into him besides that he's
money.
hot and has money.
Okay.
That is it. There's nothing more to this relationship.
So it's nonfiction.
All right. Well, did we answer the question? I think we did.
I think
Still
so,
a better
yeah.
love story than Twilight, though?
No. To be honest with you, no. It's worse than Twilight. Much worse than Twilight.
Honorable mention to a one Samus I ran.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh, Samus.
Purely for selfish reasons. I'm trying to get one of those suits. You know?
What?
I said purely for selfish reasons.
Yeah, those suits are pretty
I'm trying to
awesome.
get one of those suits.
Like the armor suit or like the blue?
No, like the
Zero
armor suit.
Okay, you want the
I
armor
don't
suit.
want my own.
Okay.
And I'd be like, yeah, totally. Let's get married. Could you
Give me your suit.
hook me up who made you with that, and we'll go do this together now? That would be actually a pretty boss relationship. You and your wife go out in these sweet spacesuits and just shoot like space pirates.
In the face. Blow shit
It's like
up.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hashtag blow
Talk
shit
about
up.
honeymoon.
Bounty hunter style.
Yeah.
In space.
I'm into it. That might be my ultimate choice. Either Samus or Elizabeth is what I'm
But
going
you
with.
steal one of her suits and you just magically fit into it.
I don't think that works. I think I would need to get someone to make it.
I have to say, this question went a lot further than I thought it would.
It was a good question.
It was a good question. Thank you very much, Puss, for another good question. That's his second one now. Keep those coming next week, guys.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Rick said, "How do you not say Batgirl?" I don't count that though.
That's not a video game character.
Yeah, that's not a
I
video
know
game
there's
character.
superheroes in video games. I'm counting just games.
Yeah, that's not a video game character. Dexter, Phil Hartman, Vidiot, Be Right, Never Wrong, Balin, Blessed Soul, and many more. Thank you for all the follows. Keep those hearts coming. Live from PlayStation. We need 2 more to the next follow goal. So just hit that button. Your name will pop up on the TV, and we'll shout you out. And now, finally, we can get into the topic of the week. Probably just 15 minutes on this at most. We want to talk about Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
And how they've potentially changed over time, and if we feel okay with the current pricing structure for Collector's Editions games. I feel like Tomb Raider is clearly an offense to that right now. We don't feel like it's worth $150. But then Arkham Knight's Collector's Edition we were talking about, I think that was fine.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the way they went about the Arkham Knight Collector's Editions originally before they canceled the Batmobile one.
Yeah.
I kind of wish everyone would do it that way. Like, they had it boiled down to, like, here's the, like, holy crap edition with you get the giant Batmobile, this and that, blah, blah. It was like $200.
Yeah.
And then they had the limited edition, which was, like, the game, the book, the statue.
Oh, I got to put on subscriber-only mode. Hold on. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, so, guys, we're going to go into subscriber-only mode for the last, all that's left of the show now is going to be subscriber-only mode. So, if you guys do want to be a part of the chat right now, you can stay in the room if you're a viewer, but if you want to be a part of the chat, you will have to sub to our show on twitch.tv/levelup show. Go ahead, Dean, sorry.
Yeah, but I wish a lot more games would do that because it just, like, simplifies everything. Like when I look at these things, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I just kind of want the statue in the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like the limited edition's like, okay, here's the limited edition where you can get the statue of the game and maybe something else. That I like. But as far as like the full blown collector's editions, I kind of noticed like they've lately been like inching over the line. First it was like 120, 150, and now it's getting like ridiculous.
And then you just have those limited edition, super duper mega buff versions that are like a fridge.
Yeah.
And it's
which we know people who bought.
Yeah.
Huss and Rick both bought it.
It sells, I guess.
Crazy.
I don't. The only thing was so funny when I hear about people like. How
but I get where they come from.
Yeah.
Where they keep like they buy video games. Like you guys talk about how like I can't buy that until next year because I can't afford it. And here are these people who buy like the limited editions of like everything. It's like video games are already like $60. How can you afford to pay like $150 a pop?
It's a lot, but you got to think everyone's situations are different. Especially some people are younger, who are maybe like just saving up money, going to school, and they're not, they're working, but they don't really have any bills or anything yet. They live with their parents or whatever. But like, you get to be an adult male who's like, you pay utilities and a mortgage, and then you have this expensive ass hobby on top of it. And you're like, Jesus, I cannot. Hobby, it's a really expensive, probably one of the more expensive hobbies.
Do you have like a favorite collector's edition? Anything that you guys have ever gotten?
I really, really say what you will about the game itself, but I really loved the Batman Arkham Origins collector's edition.
Okay.
I'd waited, like, mine came late. Jen ordered it through me from GameStop's website, which was weird. We didn't have Amazon Prime at the time, so I had to, like, wait extra when everybody was playing this game. And I was like, God damn, I just want this to come to my house right now. So it finally came, I opened it up, and, like, once I had the game to play, I spent more time just going through everything, because this thing was, like, jam-packed. It had that great Joker statue with him with the knife on the desk.
Yeah.
It's got all like the TV monitors in the background that illuminate. You put the batteries in, they illuminate. It's like the base of it's the size of my laptop. It's like pretty big, and it goes up to about that high too. Really, really nice statue. Came with that. It came with this really nice art book. It came with the game. It came with a couple of DLC packs. It came with a map of the city, and then on top of all this, you opened up this like dossier sort of thing, and it had all the contracts from the GCPD. It looked like wanted ads for all the different assassins and how the write-ups, it had like where they were last seen and stuff. And I just spent like hours like looking through this shit. Like for a Batman fan like me, like that was it, dude. Like I was like, damn, this is awesome. They had a picture of Thomas and Martha Wayne with young Bruce Wayne with like, you turn it over and had like a note from his mom on the back.
Sure, yeah.
Like this is amazing. It was phenomenal.
I know the Phantom Pain one would definitely be amazing if I could get it. It's been sold out for like weeks now, and I want it so bad, but it seems like I'm probably not going to get it because I don't want to wait on the game. So I'm probably going to go upstairs tonight and preload Phantom Pain for Tuesday, and I'm not going to get the collector's edition. But I can tell for $100, I think that's a really nice one with the,
it looks great.
The arm, the scale arm, and all that kind of stuff, and all the other stuff too, the artwork. Because I love not Shinji Hashimoto. Shinkawa. I love Shinkawa and his artwork for Metal Gear, so that would be a huge one for me. It's not gaming related, but it's over there, the Lost Blu-ray collector set. I love that thing. It's gorgeous, and I love all the stuff it comes with it, with all the little Easter eggs towards the show.
We used to be in the center.
Yeah, that
was really nice.
And this too, but the thing is, this is not like, it didn't come with the game. This is collector's edition, and it's limited edition, and it coincided with the release of the PS4 version, but technically this is like its own separate thing.
Right.
But of all the collector's limited edition things I've gotten recently, this is definitely up there as one of the top ones for me.
One that I don't have, I always wanted, but I buy the movies as they come out. It was the Phase 1 Marvel set. It came in the briefcase that they hold the cube in the films. The one Mind Gem or whatever. That was really, really cool.
Grab a few things from over here while we talk. Some other cool stuff that we have. Hook back up my mic.
But yeah, it had like it came in the briefcase. Came with all the movies. It came with like these really cool little
I love that you love
one-off artwork things, and then the cube itself was in there. I'm pretty sure it looks really cool. I think they're doing another one for.
Why don't you bring over your thing, Anthony? You can keep your. No, you probably need to take the mic off for a moment to grab it. But here's one of my favorite things that I have. That's Anthony got this for me. This is my favorite Final Fantasy VII thing when it comes to collectibles. Cloud in the church, Eris's church, of course. The sunbeams coming through, and the flowers coming through the floorboards. Love this. This is definitely one of my favorites.
That's awesome
for sure. Put that up front here. Why don't you grab your Terminator thing? You're a huge Terminator fan.
Are you? I didn't know that.
Anthony is obsessed with Terminator. So there's that. Love that. I'm sure Stripe Girl loves that. Yeah, you can move that real quick. That was pretty expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't too expensive. Mom got it for me for Christmas years ago.
Yeah, so he's huge into the T-800 and all that kind of stuff. So that's
the first 2 films.
Yeah, first
None
2
of the
films.
other rubbish flicks.
Right.
Put back on your mic real quick, just so.
Yeah, like James Cameron all the way or nothing. I won't. I'll see this newest Terminator movie.
We were talking about it though. Like you were saying that you feel like the quality of things have gone down. See, I think it's the opposite.
It depends on what we're talking about. Stuff like this, stuff like these types
Sauron
of statues,
here.
you have to go in like order, like on the internet, like the Kotobukiya stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff has only gone up, I think. As far as like action figures you can go buy on a shelf, I think they've gone down. Like some of like the old Batmobiles they used to get.
Here's what I agree with
like,
that. I agree that the build quality has potentially lowered. They use cheaper plastic and stuff like that now. But I feel like the functionality of everything now is better. Like they have more points of articulation. They've got cooler things they can do. More creative.
Guys,
it's just the build quality. I feel like is lower.
That's what I'm kind of focusing on.
Yeah.
You guys should go on a site called mwctoys.com. This guy's name is Michael Crawford, I believe. And he reviews a lot of toys and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like articulation, paint application, sculpt, all that kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and his site's awesome. Like he can't obviously review everything, but he does review a lot of like the bigger stuff, like the Hot Toys stuff. You know, like who the Hot Toys is, and like you said, like Kotobukiya and stuff like that, all that kind of stuff. Like he reviews a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Going to the chat room, GFN says, on the Juggernaut edition, it does at least match the value of what you're getting. I can't agree with the Tomb Raider CE when we're getting such great value like the Pip-Boy edition. So yeah, the Pip-Boy edition of Fallout does look pretty cool. Bulldog Brad does say my favorite collector's edition will be the Pip-Boy from Fallout, which does look great. A lot of people are getting in on that. Guitar Freak got the Order 1886 collector's edition that came with the statue that Greg has. It's a nice statue. If that was $100, I think that was a decent collector's edition for sure.
Yeah.
And it seems like those are the ones people are talking about right now. The fridge. They're talking about the fridge. That's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand the fridge.
Well, it's kind of a nod to there's these machines in Black Ops.
Yeah.
At least Black Ops 2. I'm assuming they're in Black Ops 1. They're called there's one called the Juggernaut machine.
Yeah.
They're kind of like vending machines. You get a bottle. You have to spend like your credits. You get a bottle. You break it off, and you drink it down. That's how you earn you get like perks that way. So the fridge is meant to be a nod to the zombies mode. It's called the Juggernaut fridge. So it's meant to be one of those. That's the whole purpose of why they're doing a fridge, as to like people being able to buy it. I mean, like, damn, if you can afford it and that's like your favorite thing, then go for it. I know Rick and Puss both really love that. So for them, it's a great thing. But like the average Joe, I just don't know how they could afford. It's over the top.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is expensive. This was $150. I don't even know how expensive that was, but I'm sure it was expensive. This stuff is not cheap.
To order this stuff.
Yeah.
I window shop like sideshowtoy.com.
Yeah.
I window shop all day, dude.
He reviews like a lot of that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna bring that up. I don't know the price tag on this, but yeah, I think to myself all the time, if I were like a super rich cat, like if I had like a nerd room, like one of the first things I would probably buy is like one of those full size like endoskeletons, like skeletons.
Oh god.
Like
that'd be
rocking
awesome.
like phase plasma rifles, just like right in the corner of my room, just looking like 6 foot and boss.
Quick announcement: we got a $50 donation to our Extra Life.
Oh, awesome!
My God.
I have a feeling it's Wasman, just because that's like the vibe I'm getting. But let's go check it out real quick. Let's see who that donation came from, and give them some XP. Also, guys, we got another follow from Ninja Turtle, and we only need 2 more follows to hit our follow goal. The donation was from Brian Man.
You crazy, dude.
You're crazy. So he's right up there now with Conrad. I think they're about tied for most donations.
Yeah.
So let's give some XP to Wasman real quick. You deserve 50 times 25. That's 1250. So
thank you very much, dude.
Thank you so much for keeping that ball rolling, Brian. You've been one of our biggest supporters on Extra Life, and if you guys don't know, it's for a great cause, helping children throughout the United States, sick kids, in Children's Miracle Network hospitals. They could have leukemia, could be cystic fibrosis, or injuries from a car accident. It doesn't matter. You know, they're stuck in the hospital for maybe weeks or months at a time, and Extra Life provides those kids with gaming entertainment while they're in the hospital. You know, board games, console games, card games, or even just like Netflix, like anything to provide those kids with entertainment while they have to wait, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Brian, that's a huge help. Thank you so much. Be like Brian, guys. Keep that ball rolling so that we can get closer and closer to that $5,000 goal for November 7th, which is game day when we do our 24-hour gaming talk show marathon. Or what else can I show off here?
I have a bunch of Iron Man statues that I couldn't bring over to like all of his different armor.
What do you have over there?
I was actually going to talk about how like I think about that episode of How I Met Your Mother all the time, where he shows her Star Wars, and it's really important that she likes Star Wars, but she doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it. Yeah.
This was really cool girl that I was seeing years ago. I kept it. It's a cell from Spirited Away.
Oh, an actual cell from the film reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I love Spirited Away. I know you're like not really into that so much, but Hayao Miyazaki, I love.
This is like nothing. Like I don't know if you could even really call it a collectible, but it's a Wimbledon tail that I bought from like 2012, which was the last year that Roger Federer won like Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I wish I had bought every single tail from every one of the years that he won.
Is it limited?
Like I had my initials put on and everything.
Okay, so it's specialized.
Yeah, it's specialized, but yeah,
they should do that kind of stuff more often.
Yeah,
it was heartbreaking because I was watching this tail wrapped around me this Wimbledon when he made it to the final with Djokovic again and lost, and I was like, darn it! I was like, at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of glad I don't have to buy another really expensive tail though, because they are expensive. But yeah, there's a couple of things that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the Iron Man stuff earlier. Was like. It's like it's stuff so nice, but like you really have to be a baller to afford it. And like,
oh god,
I window shopped once, and Jen kind of pulled the same thing Kristen pulled on Andrew with the Journey. I was like, she saw me look. I was like kept going back to the same Iron Man statue, and she was like, just get it. She was like, you don't buy this stuff ever.
Yeah.
She was like, I know you always wanted like one like this, and so I got it. That one's really cool.
Going more in the comic book direction. There's Carnage. This is
if you ever go into those stores, like in New York, where they have like all the Hot Toys and all the really nice like giant statues and stuff, it's amazing how the quality of the build and everything. But then you look at the price tag and it's like $400, and you're like, oh my god.
Well, the one I bought.
Why does this have to be so expensive?
Isn't too bad. It was $100, and it's literally the only thing like that. All the other stuff I own is like all the vinyl pop figures and stuff because like I just can't afford stuff like that all the time.
There's a lot of Terminator 2 related stuff that I would love to buy, like the battle damage, Terminator at the end of T2 and stuff. Like Hot Toys made one. I'm trying to think of who else has made like a couple. Like Sideshow Toys has made some stuff that I really.
This is the one that I own.
That was probably the most expensive thing I've ever purchased.
That's really cool.
For Andrew.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's probably the most expensive thing I've ever purchased for like myself.
This was my birthday, right?
Yeah.
And you and my parents got in on this one because this is very expensive and it's very heavy. This is like 30 pounds.
Yeah, thing's insane.
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I loved it for the sheer fact that it was and then there was a collector's edition version of that where you could remove the arm with the staff.
Yeah.
And put I can't remember what else it was, but I can't remember if that's a special edition one or not.
And then I just have tons of figurines. I'm not going to show them all off, but all my Final Fantasy figures.
I think that Gandalf costs like $250 or $300. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was $300. I think.
This is the one I have, the Iron Man one I have.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool. It's like it comes up to like about this high. It's pretty big. That's the only one I ever did. I looked at it forever and never.
I actually love his new armor from the new Avengers movie.
Dude, I was just watching that last night.
This Civil War design looked freaking awesome.
Looks great.
The extremist kind of thing with all the little mini arc reactors, kind of like what they did with the new Avengers movie, where he I love that his Hulkbuster armor was like powered by like all these different arc reactors all over.
They had some Kota Boikaya statues of Hulk. There was one of the Hulk it's like massive, and then a Hulkbuster one you can buy them both and put them like together.
They're so expensive, dude.
Like, damn, that's nice though.
That Hulkbuster from Hot Toys is ridiculously expensive.
It looks really good though.
Yeah, it cost me a pretty penny that Gandalf statue.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the nicest things you've got.
I still have the recording video. I literally recorded him opening it and everything. I still have that.
Rosari Kenho or Kenjo, however you say your name, thank you for the follow. We just need one more follow, guys, if you want to get us to our follow goal, and we'll give out some XP to the chat room. Is there any announced collector's editions? What are you most looking forward to? We've got Fallout, Black Ops 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Is there any other ones really?
None that
Mirror's Edge.
None on my radar right now.
Mirror's Edge has a collector's edition with the statue. I'm sure Assassin's Creed is going to have a collector's edition. I'm sure it has to.
Yeah, they usually do.
do.
There's usually an assassin with each one.
I wonder what do you think they should do for Uncharted 4? Just a statue?
I would love them to kind of redeem themselves from the Uncharted 3 statue.
That's a nice statue.
A good looking statue.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be cool if they just did something completely different than a statue of like Drake.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they went for like an artifact or something like that. Like,
that would be cool.
I don't know, just something different.
Can I see the Game of Thrones thing that I got you?
Yeah, this is another one. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's really neat. You know what you should do too is this comes with the maps of like Essos and Westeros.
Yeah.
That you could have framed too.
Put that back on real quick. Well, we're about to end the show here. Another follow from Slayer King. I think that's probably going to bring us to our follow goal.
Be cool if they gave you the necklace that he always wears with the ring on it.
With the ring? See, I thought they did that.
Did they?
I could have sworn one of the previous. I thought 3 specifically would probably have that.
They may have.
Because they focused on the ring, especially in the 3rd game.
Yeah.
But I would like to see them do something a little different for sure. I feel like it can't be like the ring, because the ring is cheap, and that's kind of like the side thing they do along with something else. You know what I mean? Like the statue's the big thing, and then the ring is the side thing.
Oh, there's this special edition for Drake's collection, but it's not. I don't think they're doing like a collector's one, are they?
I don't think so. I know there's a special edition, like you said, but I don't think that comes with like a statue or anything like that.
Yeah, this is so neat.
Dark Wolf, thank you for the follow.
One thing I would have loved to have done is, like, I know you're not big on Assassin's Creed, but to get each Assassin's one from each Assassin's Creed, I think that would be just a cool display to have. All the Assassins, like, as the games progress, but that would be pretty sweet.
Derek says Uncharted 3 did have a ring collectible.
Oh, nice.
GFN says Fallout and Black Ops 3 are tied for his most anticipated for collector's editions. Uncharted has one, says Plus. We did see that. Derek got Mirror's Edge, so he's looking forward to that one.
Oh, I totally forgot to mention, Disney Infinity 2.0's collector's edition was one of my favorite ones ever.
Really?
It came with one of the giant. Have you ever seen Thor in the beginning in the fight scene in Jotunheim when the big like frost beast?
Yep.
Came with this giant glacier, and the giant like frost beast comes out of it, and you can display all of your Avengers on there, and they're all like going like towards.
Oh, really?
And the whole thing lights up.
See, that's really cool when you can choose to buy all the pieces, but it's fine on its own.
Yeah.
But it becomes this massive scene if you collect all of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome when they do stuff like that.
That would have been cool. I actually probably could have brought that because it's big, but it's not like fragile. Really.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. Here's look at it. It's small. It's really, really big though.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. One of my favorite things I have.
All right, guys, let's do a quick thank you for all of our Patreon and stuff like that, and then we'll wrap up the show here.
Oh my God, this is. You should go through this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. That's really nice. I need to get into that.
There are like 2 books, like the storybook too.
So we do this every week now to thank all of our new patrons, subscribers, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do my best to get through all of them as quickly as I can. So special thanks to our subscribers. We got the 9 Fox, Ty Spin, Delone Gunman, Miss Amanda, Jungle Mike 420, Alex Bustos 98, The Beast NJ 69, Mr. Rager 909, Callie 122, Abtiz, The Bulldog Grads, Syndrux, Bass 023S, Level Up Host Drew, Guitar Freak, and our patrons, Tempest Moriendi, BMC Music, Artie's Your Dad's Belt, Full House 357, TX Puck, DragonCon, Blakey 1888, Mark Conklin, Lionhammer, and The Wasman Returns. Our Extra Life supporters, Conrad Johnson, Brian Wasalicia, Michael Bisco, Johnny Poolside, Derek Carr, Dennis Shishoki B, Abed Steele, Tyler Humphrey, Dylan Stelfox, Robert Bowlig, Blending with Henry, Ricky Manna, Chris Taylor, Megan I can't remember, Tyler Elkins, Luke Bafer, and our moderators, Pussfilled Scab, The 9 Fox, TXPug, GFN2112, and Ghost Games. How do you say it again? Is it Megan? How does she say it?
What is it?
How do you say Megan?
Bouch something. What's the last part?
Bouchniak?
Bouchnack?
No. She said it was like poach. So it's Bouchnack.
That's it.
Bouchnack. Megan Bouchnack. Thank you for being one of our Extra Life supporters as well. And we did get a couple more follows at the end there, and we did get to our follow goal. So let's give out 300 XP to the chat room, and then we'll bring back our non-subscribers. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, and now let's bring back our non-subscribers. I'm going to have to tell you how to do that for the future. It's really easy. There you go. Non-subscribers, welcome back. Sorry to those who wish they could chat, but we are trying to cater a little bit more to our subs and show them some appreciation. So the last 20 minutes of all of our live shows will have sub-only chats. Strife Girl, welcome back. I know it wasn't your name. It was Girly Games that I was trying to say. There's another follow from Derek. Thank you, Derek, for the follow. Sorcery Ose is another follow. Who else did we get there? We had Dark Wolf, Slayer King, Smile Upon Death.
You should let Mel call in now.
Derek Rocks 99, Stenex, Sorcery Ose, and many more. I would, but we already went over by like 10 minutes, so we've got to wrap up.
We don't have to wrap anything.
I got to wrap up. I have to go over shit with Greg for Power Up still, dude.
Do you really?
My night's only halfway done.
Yeah, so that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much for all of the follows. Derek, it wasn't you. It was another Derek. It was Derek Rocks 99. So somebody likes you, Derek. Then there was another one from Killer Eddie 007 and more. Keep those follows coming, guys. Just hit that heart button live from PlayStation, bottom left-hand corner. Your name will pop up on the TV, and we'll shout you out in these last couple minutes. We're also on Twitter at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Tweet at us with hashtag on the spot if you want to be a part of On the Spot next week with a hard-hitting question. YouTube if you want exclusive access to Dean's Power Up show and Dean and Greg's Power Up show every Saturday. You can be on Patreon and donate there if you want early access to Power Up. He gets it up on Mondays, maybe Tuesdays at the latest. So do that if you guys want to check it out. We have our t-shirt shop at the levelupshow.spreadshirt.com. And finally, we got one Extra Life donation tonight from Brian Wasman. Another $50 donation. Thank you so much, Brian. Keep that ball rolling, guys, towards Extra Life. Trying to raise money for sick children throughout the United States. It's for a really, really great cause, so please keep that going. All right. Tempest, thanks for stopping in. DragonCon, good night to you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you throughout the week. Greg is on Mondays with Inday. Mike is on Tuesdays. Dean is on Wednesdays with Beast of the Week, and I immediately follow him with Level Up Direct. And this is the start of the new Level Up Direct.
You should have me over for something where you talk about like movies
on
TV or something.
We started this week?
We're starting up Level Up Wednesdays this week, but the first week is Level Up Direct. The second week is it only does PlayStation. The third week is back to Level Up Direct. Fourth week is Level Up Hangout. And fifth week is Level Up T-shirt Wednesdays. So we got a lot to look forward to this month in September, guys. So keep an eye out for everything. Follow the show if you want to get notified whenever we go live. We'll see you throughout the week. So until next time, take care. And as always, level up. Oh, and to thank more subscribers, we got 2 subs tonight, Moofy and a Blood Splatter. Thank you for subscribing tonight. Really appreciate it. We're at 20 of 25 now. We just need 5 more subs to get new emojis for the chat room. That'd be awesome.
I love that you still use this piece of music.
This was created for the show.
This is the only piece of music.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
You did a good job. Song? This was Blue Fox. He doesn't watch our show anymore.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened.
Doesn't like
Mel, it was nice meeting you.
Just like, here's a song, I'm out.
Yeah, this is probably the first time Mel saw you. Mel is a relatively new viewer, so...
Yeah, very nice girl.
She's a very nice girl. What time do they start the show? We start on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so we'll see you throughout the week, and we'll see you next week with the Level Up Show, episode 89. Once again, take care and level up.